I now request His Excellency the Governor to kindly deliver his address, please, sir.
Good afternoon and namaskar. On the dais, Sri A. Revanth Reddy, Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Sri Kishan Reddy, Honorable Union Minister, Sri Bhatti Vikramarka Mallu, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana, Sri Kailash Satyarthi, Nobel Laureate, Sri R. Dinesh, Chairman TVS Logistics and past President CII, Sri Eric Swider, Director of Trump Media and Technology Group, DJT, Srimati Shobhana Kaminenu, Executive Vice Chairperson, Apollo Hospitals, Sri Ramakrishna Rao, IAS Chief Secretary, Sri Shivdhar Reddy, IPS, DGP Telangana, Sri Jayas Ranjan IAS, Special Chief Secretary, national and international delegates, distinguished guests, dignitaries, esteemed media friends, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to join you today at the Global Business Summit, a platform that brings together some of the finest minds shaping the economic and technological future of our world. I extend my warm greetings to all participants who have traveled from different regions and nations to be part of this significant gathering. Viksit Bharat by 2047 and Telangana Rising represent clear and purposeful national and state goals. Today marks a moment when a strong vision begins to translate into steady and measurable action, inspired by the ideal, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, let there be happiness for all. Setting targets, planning strategically, and executing with discipline require clarity and a forward-looking mindset. As Bharat moves with determination towards becoming a $30 trillion economy by 2047, Telangana too is progressing with confidence toward becoming a $3 trillion economy by 2047. This progress is visible across the state today. There is a renewed focus on democratic and socio-liberal values where citizens' voices are heard more clearly. Transparency, accountability, active engagement and regular reporting are strengthening trust between people and the government. The celebrated writer Amitabh Ghosh reminds us, history is about the stories we choose to remember and the lessons we seek to learn. Telangana is choosing a story of inclusive growth with women farmers, youth and children at its core under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri A. Revanth Reddy. Women's empowerment is advancing through initiatives such as electric buses operated by self-help groups, retail enterprises and solar projects, making women active contributors to the economy. Environmental restoration, including the management of lakes by women groups, is supporting both ecology and livelihoods. Education is evolving through community involvement in schools inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's Young India, while skills and sports universities are preparing youth for present and future opportunities. The future depends on the work done today. Telangana's expanding infrastructure, airports, renewable energy, transport, networks and smart zoning is shaping a modern state aimed at reaching a $3 trillion goal. Stable and clear policies continue to attract investment and innovation. The gig workers policy, supporting women artisans and establishing rest centers, is an example of a responsiveness to emerging needs. The government of Telangana is also focused on building a skilled workforce through vocational and technology-based training aligned with current and future industrial requirements. Telangana's development roadmap aligns with the national mission of Viksit Bharat, envisioned by the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, built on inclusive growth, sustainability and innovation. Strong infrastructure and progressive governments place Telangana firmly on this path. Government acts as stewards to the people and accountability strengthens confidence. Telangana's vision is defined by clear milestones and consistent progress. Learning from the past is essential for building the future. Telangana's development reflects this understanding through its pursuit of justice, prosperity and unity. Foresight and determination have enabled the state to convert plans into tangible outcomes, shaping a model of growth that benefits society as a whole. As the world takes note of the opportunities emerging in Telangana, I stand here with firm conviction to say Telangana will fulfill its mission of becoming a $3 trillion economy by 2047. I extend my best wishes to the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri A. Revanth Reddy, and the people of Telangana in the journey toward a $3 trillion economy by 2047 and toward realizing the vision of Viksit Bharat of our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji. I am pleased to inaugurate and formally declare the Telangana Rising Summit 2025 as Bharat Future City Open. Jai Bharat, Jai Telangana.
We are very grateful to His Excellency the Governor for delivering a very inspiring message. His Excellency has other contingencies and he takes leave of all of us. Thank you very much, sir, for your gracious presence. We are also very happy to launch a special music video which has been prepared on the theme of Telangana Rising. This has been recorded and mastered at the legendary Abbey Studios, London. We are grateful to Mr. Pratap Rana, a musician, director and producer, for having written and composed this special music video which celebrates Telangana Rising. Can we have the music video, please?
It's just amazing, the future is building.
Thank, thank you very much, Mr. Pratap Rana. It has really come up to the best possible international standards. We are very fortunate to have two Nobel laureates who will be interacting with us today. The first of them is with us, respected Sri Kailash Satyarthi ji. As I already introduced him, he has been relentlessly working to help the vulnerable, the most vulnerable of them all, the children. And his presence gives us a strong focus on how the state will pursue its goals and vision with a compassion towards the vulnerable, and the state will take up all measures which are required to safeguard their interests and future. I would request Kailash ji to kindly deliver his address, please.
Honorable Chief Minister Revanth Reddy Garu, Honorable Deputy Chief Ministers, dignitaries on dais and also on floor, sisters and brothers. First of all, I would like to welcome all the international guests and dignitaries on this pious land of India and Telangana. What an impressive gathering. It gives me a confidence that the bold and courageous dream of your Chief Minister would definitely be fulfilled. I tell you, when I see your faces, I could feel an assurance inside me that you are not only capable to shape a new Telangana and make the Vision Telangana a great success, but you can shape and help in shaping new India and a new world. We need not to borrow leadership from everywhere. The leaders are sitting here. You are the leaders in different walks of life. I would like to use this opportunity in congratulating Chief Minister Revanth Reddy ji and all his government, his team. In just 2 years, how could you imagine that the young Chief Minister can waive off loans of more than 2 million farmers? The farmers' loans are waived off. The women and girls can freely travel in the state buses. The health sector has been revamped. The quality and inclusive education has been your priority, and that is something to be admired. This is the new path. These are the new efforts towards Viksit Telangana, or the future of Telangana. Friends, when I see you here, there's that $1 trillion economy's vision for Telangana by 2034 is not impossible. It could be made, it would be made. And the $3 trillion dream for 2047, alongside Viksit Bharat, Telangana is not going to sit on the back seat. The shining Telangana will lead in your leadership. the poster or the pamphlet of this event. Thank you for putting the picture of Mahatma Gandhi. We should all remember Gandhi, not today but every day. And since your party and your government is working on the path of Gandhi and Nehru, it reminds me when the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, met Mahatma Gandhi and asked him, Bapu, give me blessings and guidance. How should I take my country forward? My policies, my programs, my schemes. Gandhi told the first Prime Minister, listen, Jawahar, I am giving you a talisman. Think of the poorest of the poor you have ever seen in your life, the most marginalized person. And then examine, then assess your policies and schemes, whether your policies are going to bring the smile on the face of that last person of society. Only then you should make them okay, otherwise those policies should be pushed in dustbin. That was the compassionate guidance Mahatma Gandhi has given to India's first Prime Minister. Now it is your turn. Your turn. All the people, ministers and representatives sitting here from any party, this should be our common dream. And when I was reading about your pure and rare, it is like a symphony. It is like a poetry. But that is going to be the symphony of the hearts and minds and souls and future of 38.5 or 0.8, almost 40 million people of this land, Telangana. Because it is knitted with the ancient cultural values, the culture, the art, technology, industry, and the futuristic vision and the commitment of a leader and the group of leaders sitting here. When my Nobel Peace Prize was announced, an international journalist asked a question, Kailash ji, India is the land of so many complex problems. You are fighting against one, the child labor, child slavery. But it is too difficult. And I answered him, Sir, India may be a land of 100 problems, but India, my motherland, is the land of 1.4 billion solutions. Every Indian is a solution. Today we are sitting in the land of Telangana. Each of these 38.5 million people are the solutions. And I tell you, my dear foreigner guests, this is not just an investors summit. When you invest, when you collaborate with this mission, it is not just the transaction and business. You are contributing to something which the world needs today. You are contributing to harmony and peace. You are contributing to plurality. You are contributing to tolerance. You are contributing to the values of family and the biggest value of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the oneness of entire humankind, the oneness of the world. You are contributing to it. This investment is not a financial investment. Its return would be shaping a better world. In India, the ancient rishis, thousands of years ago, in Vedas they said about the vikas, the development in three phases. Self-development means your mind, body and soul should remain in equilibrium and healthy so that they can contribute for a better world. The second one was societal or community development, where the disparities, discriminations and paucities are addressed. And the last one was the global development. The global development. Because we considered the entire world is one family. We cannot just walk alone. Our Rishi says, Sangachadhum samvadadhum samvo manansi janatam. Let us learn to walk together. We have to promise, we have to take a resolve that nobody is left out, nobody is left behind. We will all walk together hand in hand and create a knowledge that becomes the knowledge for all, that our Rishi says. So friends, I would, while concluding, let me tell that world has never been so wealthier, more equipped with knowledge and information and technology and resources. But world has never been so poor in certain things. The fragility, the inner tensions, extremism, divides, hatred, all these tendencies are growing across the globe, and humanity is shrinking. Peace is in danger. Planet is in danger. People are in danger. So in this situation, we have to find our ways, new innovative ways. This economic growth, definitely the inclusive, more sustainable economic growth will help in advancing sustainable development goals. UN Secretary General some years ago has appointed me as one of those 17 UN SDG advocates. But I can confess that none of the goals can be accomplished in the given time. 2025 goals and 2030 goals. But I wish that Telangana can rise, India can rise and will rise, and make a big contribution in advancing these sustainable development goals in coming 5 years or so. That power we have. That power we have. What we need? What is the problem? Problem is that the world is facing serious deficits. Deficits of moral courage. Deficits of moral accountability. Deficit of moral responsibility. So there is nothing, koi jadoo ki chhadi nahi hai. There is no magic band. But we can do it through compassion. I am not talking about compassion as a soft emotion. I am not talking about compassion as daya, kindness, or mercy, or benevolence. No, I am not talking about a soft emotion. My definition of compassion is different. Compassion, in simplest words, is selfless and mindful problem solver. If we are able to feel each other's problem and solve them as our own problem, that is compassion. So compassion is not just a feeling or emotion. Compassion is a force born from feeling the suffering of others as one's own suffering that drives to take mindful action with a sense of urgency. That is compassion. Friends, We have to build the compassionate politics. We have to build the compassionate economies. We have to build the compassionate society to solve each other's problem. Otherwise, we are not able to solve any problem. I am sitting in many UN agencies related committees and high-level groups, and I know that we are not able to solve the problem. But the problems would be solved from none other place. Problems would be solved from this place. You are the problem solvers. This is the place to solve the global problem, not just the problems of Telangana. Dear friends, we have globalized markets and economies and everything. This is the time to globalize compassion. This is the time to globalize compassion. I call upon you to be the problem solver and globalize compassion. I call upon you be to the contributor, to be the partner in this dream. Let us begin with Telangana here and now. And I'm sure we will win. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, respected Kailash ji. We will take your words to our heart, and I'm sure you will see lots of very progressive activities in Telangana related to women, children. In fact, most of you would be aware that our vision document, Telangana Rising Vision 2047, will be released tomorrow. And there are many sections in that document which relate to the welfare of children and women. All of you would be aware that Honorable Chief Minister has visited the prestigious forum, the World Economic Forum at Davos last year and earlier this year in January. And he has addressed many sessions there, including those on life sciences, on agriculture. And some of the ideas that he has shared has left a very strong positive impression about the state amongst the senior leadership of the World Economic Forum. Few weeks ago, he met the president of the World Economic Forum, Mr. Brende Borg, in Delhi. And we had put up a formal request to the World Economic Forum to study the Telangana Rising Vision document and to see how some of the goals that we are articulating can be supported by the World Economic Forum. So I'm very happy that the Managing Director and Head of World Economic Forum's Center for Frontier Technologies, Jeremy Jurgens, is here online to speak to us, to interact with us. Can we have... Hey, Jeremy, can you see us?
Yes, thank you, Jayesh. Can
Wonderful. So, Jeremy, just stage is yours. Tell us what and how World Economic Forum proposes to do more with our state of Telangana.
Great, thank you, Jayesh. Honorable Chief Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here with you today for the Telangana Rising World Summit. We've been following and partnering with Telangana for several years. It's one of India's fastest growing states. It's a global hub for IT, finance, the life sciences, and all of these provide an exceptional foundation upon which to build the Telangana Rising Vision. I think what stood out for us is that the vision embeds not only large-scale industrial and infrastructure projects like the AI City, Future City, a robust innovation ecosystem, and a clear focus on sustainability. But I think most importantly is that it actually focuses on putting people first. Women, youth, farmers, and integrating them into a very clear and systematic vision for developing into a $3 trillion economy. I think with this in mind, we've identified multiple areas that we hope to partner with Telangana in the coming years, and not only contribute to Telangana's success and India's success, but actually to be a role model for cities around the world, for regions around the world, around how they can unlock the full human capacity to improve social and economic prosperity within their respective domains. I think in this regard, we're well positioned to continue the partnership, and I look forward to collaborating with all of the officials in the state and continuing in this journey as we move ahead to help advance the Vision 2047. So with that, I wish you a productive summit here and look forward to our ongoing collaboration, as well as to welcoming the Chief Minister in Davos in January 2026, and following that up with our participation in the BioAsia Summit later in February. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. And as you rightly said, Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister for Industries will be leading our delegation to Davos next month. So hope to catch up, and in between, let us work together to prepare a very strong implementation plan of what you discussed. Thanks very much for taking time. I know that you're somewhere in Europe, but enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have a very distinguished guest with us now, who will be our next speaker, Mr. Eric Swider. Eric, while you were in your chopper, I introduced who you are, so I won't repeat that. But before you start speaking, I would like to share a very interesting nugget of information with you. It's a very nice coincidence that you are here today. Yesterday, Honorable Chief Minister decided to name a street in the city, a very prominent street in the city, after President Trump. So do tell this to him, that there is a road in Hyderabad named after him. So go ahead, please.
Well, thank you, and good afternoon. I want to start by telling you how honored and grateful I am to be here. And I also want to take a minute to thank everyone, especially the Honorable Chief Minister, who has been absolutely amazing in his hospitality. And I'd like to take a minute, just please join me in a round of applause for him, if you would, please. Thank you so much. In addition to thanking him, before I get into why I'm here today, I also want to thank every other individual that I've crossed paths with in the short time I've been here, because I've never been so graciously welcomed anywhere, and I've never received such a level of hospitality and graciousness. Now, this has caused a problem for me back home, because I immediately called my wife and my staff, and I let them know from now on, anytime I enter a room, I expect to be greeted by beautiful flowers. It did not go over so well with the wife. But in all seriousness, it has been an absolute treat the last 2 days. The hospitality is something that I was just not quite expecting. And in addition to the hospitality, the other thing that has just candidly blown me away is the growth that I've seen and experienced just in the last 2 days here. And a lot of people know me from one of the most recent transactions that I've completed, and that was bringing public a platform in the States called True Social. And as many of you may know, True Social, our largest shareholder is Donald J. Trump. And I went from the originating CEO of that platform now into on the board of directors. And you may or may not know this, but when we decided to bring that company public, we came under attack from anyone that could find out who we were. We were under attack from our Department of Justice, from the SEC, any agency that had an acronym, we were under attack. And we had to fight over 2.5 years to get that transaction done. And now when somebody asks me, you know, why did you do that? Why did you go through that fight? It wasn't about the money. I was a single father for around 20 years of two children, 2 beautiful daughters that are now grown. And it's hard to go back in time in your memory, but about 2.5 years ago, there were a lot of systems that were under attack by big tech and by government. And we were very close to a point when it was hard to find a platform that you could speak freely on. And I could not imagine leaving behind a place where my children could not have a platform that they could say what they wanted to say when they wanted to say. Because I believe that freedom of expression is one of the most fundamental rights for any human being. And without the ability to speak our minds and to speak, it leaves us with very few options to resort to. And so now that we've moved on from that investment and we're looking forward to our next stage of investing, we look at what are we looking to invest in and why are we looking to invest? And there's always, in my mind, 3 reasons that you would invest in a certain area or a certain platform. And while most people may say the number 1 most obvious answer is money, is investment returns. Yes, that is one of them. That's why we all invest, but that's not the only one, and it's not the most important one, not for me. Any place that I'm going to spend my time and deploy capital of investors that entrust their capital to us, it's got to be in something that is meaningful, not just to me, but to the world. That can make a difference in the world, and not just a short-term difference, but a long-term difference. So that's number one, or number two, I guess. And then number three, and I think this holds true for all capital around the world, capital will flow like water to the easiest place it can find to flow to. So when you're looking to make an investment, you look for a place where you know your investment will be received and well received and welcome. And what I've seen here in the last 2 days, after my good friend has been asking me to come here to visit for many months, and I had delayed, and now so grateful that I finally came, is that the Honorable Chief Minister has made it absolutely clear that our capital will be welcome here, and that he is open for business, and that this is a place that is on the rise. And if you go back 20 years from an outsider's perspective, sitting on the other side of the world in the United States, if you talked about India 20 years ago, in technology perspective, it was, oh, that's where the call center is now. And then as you move forward in time, and you start to look at who's developing the technology and who's working in the major technology companies around the world, you can't help but notice, wait a minute, a lot of this talent is coming out of India. And now you move forward to today, and you would be blind not to see that the technology capitalists around the world are coming from India. India is on the rise. And I don't think India is going to stop. I think India will continue to be on the rise and will lead the world in technology. And I think it's important that we find ways to invest together and to work together. And so I am very excited to have been presented the opportunity to come here. We have seen technologies here that I'm very excited to invest in. And I would like the Honorable Chief Minister to know that over the next 10 years, it is my intention to deploy through our organizations up to 1 lakh crores into the future city and into the areas of development here. And I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity. And I'm going to keep it short because I'm sure at this point everybody at some point wants to go on break or take a lunch. And so I always try to keep everything short. But I just want to close by saying thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. I'm so honorable for the hospitality. And I'm so humbled and grateful to share the stage with an absolute esteemed group of people. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Eric. Thanks very much for appreciating the prowess of Hyderabad and Telangana in the world of technology, in the world of smart cities. Very grateful. I hope all of you caught this. Eric has just signed a big check for us. He has announced a 1 lakh crore investment in Hyderabad future city. So thank you, grateful to you. And it's very appropriate that Eric, who is a champion of technology, is followed by Honorable Minister for Information Technology and Industries, respected Shri D. Sridhar Babu Garu.
Andarki Namaskaram. Very good afternoon to all. Honorable His Excellency Sri Jishnudev Verma, our Governor of Telangana, who has inaugurated Telangana Rising Global Summit. With him on the dais, our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Revanth Reddy Garu, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Sri Batti Vikramarka Garu, Honorable Union Minister Sri Kishan Reddy Garu, our special guest, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri D.K. Shivakumar Garu. Along with us, we have our special guests who have got laurels to our India, the Nobel Laureate, Sri Kailash Satyarthi, Jeremy Jurgens, who is the Managing Director and Head of WEF Center for Frontier Technologies, who was on the virtual address. And I would like to thank Mr. Eric Spider, Director of Trump Media and Technology Group, for imposing the confident trust in our government in the state of Telangana. Sri R. Dineshji, the Chairman, TVS Supply Chain Solutions. And we welcome Sri Shobana Kamineni, Executive Vice Chairman of Apollo Hospitals. Sri Karan Adani, MD Adani Ports. And we will be having a video message by Abhijit Banerjee, the Nobel Laureate once again. You know, on the occasion of the Congress government over here celebrating 2 years of our Praja Palana. And the Chief Minister, Mr. Revanth Reddy, and our cabinet colleagues have thought a vision has to be laid, a path has to be laid for the future generations. And I take this privilege to address you today at the Telangana Rising Global Economic Summit, which shall be a milestone event as we chart the course towards achieving 3 trillion economy by 2047. While welcoming the guests from the different parts of the globe and also from the different parts of India and the esteemed partners who have sailed with us, who made our Telangana proud, we welcome them to our Telangana, a historic city and also a modern hub where centuries of culture and today's cutting-edge innovation walk side by side. I would like to mention here, we have old markets which still breathe in the same neighborhood. We have AI labs hum with possibility. The hands that once shaped pearls and metal now shape code, molecules, engines and ideas. Telangana has always demonstrated resilience, innovation and bold ambition. And if you are new to Hyderabad, you will discover one truth very quickly. Our culture explains our economy than any book ever could. Maybe our Telangana on the map may be small, but in ambition and action, we stand very tall. Like the phoenix rising by choice, not by accident, our growth is driven not by circumstance. I can say we are growing by an intent, by youth, by innovation, and also unshakable belief in what's possible. I would like to mention we are 11th in area and 12th in population. We nearly contribute about 5% of India's GDP. A reminder that the destiny is shaped by direction, not by the size. To all the people and to all the esteemed partners who have sailed with us in our industrial journey, and to all the global voice who are joining us today, thank you for being part of this shared journey. This is the Telangana Rising Global Summit, where a historic city opens its door to the world not merely as a host, but as a partner in shaping the next decade of the global innovation, opportunity and the shared prosperity. This is a platform where ideas will meet investments. This is a platform where innovation will meet infrastructure. This is a platform where our local talent will meet the global opportunities. And I'd like to mention in 2024 and 25, Telangana once again proved that the size does not determine success, and the direction does. As a strong IT-driven state, and also as a strong pharma hub, and also as a vaccine capital, as we are building a robust hub for the defense and the aerospace, our GSDP grew at 10.1% ahead of India's 9.9%. Our per capita income reached 3.7 lakh, nearly 1.8 times the national average. Our industrial and manufacturing economy grew at 7.6% ahead of India's 6.6%. I would like to mention our service sector expanded by 11.9%, faster than normal national 10.7. Industry, where in Telangana's leadership under Sri Revanth Reddy, is unmistakably growing, and we have shown the results. In every major industrial subsector, Telangana stays ahead. Maybe in manufacturing, maybe in construction, maybe in mine and quarrying, electricity, gas, water and utilities. We lead the national trend. In growth, in incomes, in industry and in services, Telangana is just not outperforming India, it is living the promise of Telangana rising. And this summit is where the rise become global. I would like to mention here this summit will deliver showcasing Telangana's blueprint and also will unveil the Telangana's forward-looking path, the policies. And it will also try to reflect our world-class infrastructure, which are project and sector specific in case of business and also in terms of the sustainable development. Across the globe, everybody knows here, all the industry leaders are over here. Across the globe, three forces are reshaping the trajectory of the nations: economic realignments, technological disruptions, and climate uncertainty. These days, supply chains are redrawn. AI is redefining productivity. And the government everywhere are reimagining the architecture of the public infrastructure. In this moment of transition, every economy is asking one question: where will be the next decade of growth comes from? India stands at the center of that answer. Very young, stable, and rapidly digitizing. But national and the potential power comes only when states can convert scale into strategy and aspirations into execution. That is why this summit matters. Today, the world is looking for a launch pad. India is looking for a catalyst. And Telangana is prepared to be both as a launch pad and also as a catalyst. In this age of uncertainty, Telangana offers what world values the most: clarity, capability, and the confidence in the future. Sometimes, what the future reveals itself in the most unexpected places. We have shown and reflected under the leadership of Mr. Revanth Reddy. I would like to mention that once a small village in my constituency is now India's first AI-powered village, proving that when talents meet technology, geography never matters. This is the spirit of our Chief Minister, which always he keeps on saying, we should not wait for the future, we must build it. That's what we are all here. And Telangana is doing exactly, we are doing it with a purpose, with a bold initiatives, and we would like to do it with a scale. We are all here in the midst of tomorrow's Bharat Future City. This city will be the most advanced urban innovation ecosystem. And we will be building AI city, will be the Telangana AI's innovation hub. We already built Telangana Data Exchange, India's first ever state data exchange, accelerating inclusion and innovation across the state. We have the AI University, the Skills University, and advanced ITIs, which Mr. Chief Minister Sri Revanth Reddy has transformed them as advanced technology centers. We have AI-enabled classrooms. We have young India international schools. We have come up with a one bio life sciences hub, accelerating breakthroughs in vaccine biomanufacturing. And we have recently put a center of excellence in quantum technologies. This is Telangana. And this Telangana is a state, we shall not wait for the future, but we shall always try to build it. As we look ahead, Telangana makes 4 unwavering commitments. I would like to mention this is the easiest state to innovate in. We shall be deeply investing in the human capital. We shall place ourselves to see the sustainability, the main core and the heart of our growth. And we would like to build a globally respected future economy, a Telangana who's set the benchmark for India and the world. A rising Telangana is not just a state ambition. It shall be the national accelerator, a global opportunity, and the beacon for the world. We have a vision, we have infrastructure, and most important, we have a political will under our dynamic Chief Minister. We shall turn the ambitions into achievements. To every investor over here, to every innovator over here, and to every industry leader here, the government of Telangana invites you to come and join us to co-create with us. Your ideas, your capital, your expertise will find fertile ground. Together, we shall shape the future of this state, but the future of India and the world's growth story. As the quote goes like by Helen Keller in quote, alone we can do little, together we can do big, unquote. So together we shall shape not only the future of the state, but the future of India. So we always believe when Telangana rises, India rises, and the world rises with us. So I would like to appeal to all the investors, all the innovators, all the stakeholders, and also the people of this Telangana state. Let us invest, innovate, and build boldly together, because future does not wait, neither will Telangana. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for presenting the total technology layout of the state and the vision for the coming 22 years. As you would have noticed, there are 3 industry stalwarts on the dais. And I would request you, Mr. Dinesh, to speak first. I know that you have a flight to catch, but no pressure. Please take your time. Mr. Dinesh is the past president of CII and chairman of TVS Logistics.
Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Honorable Union Minister, Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana, of Karnataka, dignitaries on the dais, friends, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me extend my heartfelt congratulations to the Honorable Chief Minister for his visionary leadership in organizing this Telangana Rising Global Summit. This summit is not an event. It is an invitation to the world to join hands with the government of Telangana in building a future-ready state where innovation, investment and inclusive growth will thrive together. Congratulations, sir, for a beautiful. A new city concept has been created using this event, which itself is a very new achievement, sir. So once again, congratulations on that. I am going to be covering CII's commitment to the state and how we have been working together and how we see the future. So on behalf of CII, I would like to once again thank the CM for involving us throughout, and with the support of all our local members, we have seen this progressive partnership work together to advance sustainability, the green infrastructure, the sectoral development and sustainable business practices. CII remains committed to supporting Telangana's aspiration to become a $3 trillion economy. Our focus will extend beyond Hyderabad to ensure balanced regional development, promote gender diversity, strengthen MSME competitiveness, and most importantly, support between 50 to 100,000 farmers to transition into MSMEs, creating new opportunities for rural entrepreneurship outside of Hyderabad. CII still remains very committed from its own engagement with Hyderabad. We have 2 centers of excellence located here, and as already been mentioned, Telangana is amongst the fastest growing states, and that, Honorable Chief Minister, has been due to your focus on working very closely on both the ease of doing business and the cost of doing business. I remember having discussed with you on the infrastructure development when we came here for our National Council, and many of those have been fully implemented through the infrastructure management plan. The focus on logistics and the focus on supporting the smaller companies grow by reducing the cost of doing business is something we are very happy to be working with you. We will continue to engage with you on the sector-specific policies, making sure we can bring in the investment from all over the world, whether it be in Davos or other various global engagements, and make sure that Telangana remains at the leadership of cutting-edge engagement across the board. We will continue to work together with you to support not just the speed of development, but also on the speed of investment coming in. From my own personal behalf, the TVS Mobility Group of companies will also work closely through CII and independently to support Telangana's ambitious and inspiring vision. Together, we can build a state that not only leads India's growth story, but also sets global benchmarks in innovation, sustainability, and inclusivity. We are there not just showing our commitment here today, sir, but continue to work with you to develop the future. We remain committed to working with all of the officials of the government and look forward to partnering with you as we progress together. Thank you once again for giving the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Dinesh. Glad to see the support of corporate India also to achieve our vision of making Telangana a $3 trillion economy by 2047. Up next, I would request Shobhana Kamineni Garu, Executive Vice Chairperson of Apollo Hospitals, to deliver her address. Later in the day, I'm happy to share with you that Apollo Hospitals is announcing a major expansion in Hyderabad. They are investing 1,700 crores, and they are also starting the first center in Telangana, possibly in India, of proton therapy. But I would request Shobhana ji to please elaborate more on your plans.
Good afternoon to all of you. Namaskaram. Welcome actually to a state that I live in and I completely love. Honorable Chief Minister Revanth Reddy Garu, our Deputy Chief Minister Bathukamma Garu, D.K. Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Sridhar Babu, and all the honorable ministers here, our members of Parliament, members of this Assembly, and our one of the chief guests here, who is also a Nobel laureate, Mr. Satyarthi, distinguished IAS, our Chief Secretary here, and Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, IAS, all of you in the audience, my fellow industrialists. I see a lot of friends here. Good afternoon, and I can't tell you how privileged I am to actually represent industry at this very, very important juncture of Telangana's history. This is a wonderful summit, this Global Rising, and that does describe our energetic Chief Minister. Everything he does comes with a very special energy. Sir, I do hope you'll score a goal with Messi. And so I think that, what we have to really, as industry, we do expect a great environment, but we also want to enable, and that is what we did 38 years ago when we came and built our second hospital here. It was not, it was given to a piece of land, among rocks, and that turned out to be Jubilee Hills. So I think infrastructure provided by the government, infrastructure that we as industrialists provide. I know Mr. G.M. Rao Garu, your airport has enabled so much of industry to come here and to actually be proactive in this state. So I speak from the industry perspective that while we do appreciate the amount that great governments do for us, but we will partner you to do even more, sir. And I think the fact that every year from when we came into Hyderabad 38 years ago, we continue to invest in this state. Just to give you a few figures, 25% of all medicines distributed in Telangana are from an Apollo company. Almost 25% of people in Telangana, of people in Hyderabad actually use Apollo pharmacy continuously. And more than that, the hospital, we're doubling down. We have here a medical college which is number 3 among private medical colleges in the country. And more than that, when our chairman created this medical city, at that time when they gave us this land, we said this is where we will build India's finest medical university. I think I'll use this. We said we'll build India's finest medical city, and that is what this investment in the next 3 years of another 1700 crores in healthcare will actually take place, whether it's the Proton, whether it's the Innovation Center. Today in Hyderabad, we created an IT model that is actually works better for health as a large language model than Gemini, and that's Ask Apollo. And it's at the price which was even cheaper than DeepSeek. And that's what India can do. India can bring innovation to your door at the fastest pace. And that's what excites us about an environment like Telangana. So speaking on a larger perspective of the pharma, 1/3 of India's pharmaceutical companies are situated in Telangana. And India exports 1/3 of the world's vaccines again from Telangana. And this is because again of the infrastructure that was created, of great companies that came up because there was infrastructure like the National Institute of Nutrition, IDPL, and many other organizations of learning and of government industry. So this is the support, and this is how we work hand in hand. Take the Genome Valley. I think this is a wonderful example of what Telangana has been able to do. And for that, again, sir, we can tell you that we have the largest biobank in Asia sitting here in Apollo hospitals, and this is where the strength comes, so when innovation takes off. So I just want to conclude by saying that, to all of you here, we do believe in this state's vision. And the fact that you've brought us, many people say that, Karan in fact was saying, Hyderabad has wonderful convention centers, why did we come here? And I think the real point here was, because we need to show people that all around Hyderabad, innovation will take place, vision will take place, and for this hungry youth of people in Hyderabad, people in Telangana, people around India, and for Vikshit Bharat, this is where you will come. And I think this city will probably be one of the fastest growing with your vision. Congratulations again, and we are so proud to be a part of your vision and your growth. Thank you all again.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shobna Garu. Thanks for sharing the major expansion plans of the group here in our state. Our next speaker is Mr. Karan Adani. Karan, before you speak, I would like to put you on a spot. Eric announced a $10 billion investment in Hyderabad. Will you meet it or beat it?
Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Revanth Reddy Garu, respected ministers on the dais, distinguished guests, partners and friends. It is an absolute privilege to join you at the Global Telangana Rising Summit, a platform that reflects the ambition and confidence with which Telangana is shaping its future. Under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister, Telangana is experiencing a clarity of vision and purpose that is rare in Indian public life. Sir, your focus on transparent governance, rapid decision making, and long-term economic planning has created an environment where industries like ours can think boldly and invest with confidence. What stands out most is your commitment to building a state that is not just growing, but growing with quality, where innovation, sustainability, talent development, and global competitiveness go hand in hand. Over the last few years, the Adani Group has forged a strong and growing relationship with the state of Telangana. In line with our earlier commitments, we have initiated investments in sectors such as defense manufacturing, green data center, renewable energy projects, and cement manufacturing facilities across the state. With a goal of Atmanirbhar Bharat, the Adani Group has developed a leading defense and aerospace park in Hyderabad. This state-of-the-art facility is the first UAV manufacturing facility in the country where long-endurance UAVs are manufactured. The UAVs manufactured in these facilities is supplied to both the Indian Armed Forces and also cater to the global market. Today, it provides direct employment to more than 1,500 youths and support many more livelihoods through its wider ecosystem. In the area of digital infrastructure, the Adani Group is setting up a 48 megawatt green data center in Telangana with an investment of 2,500 crores. This facility will be at the forefront of cutting-edge AI, cloud technology, and high-performance computing, and will play a crucial role in meeting the needs of rapidly digitizing India. In the last few years, Telangana has witnessed tremendous growth in capital infrastructure and logistics infrastructure. The Adani Group has played an important role in building roads infrastructure that connects different parts of the state, making logistics more efficient and positioning Telangana at the forefront of logistics gateway. With a total investment of 4,000 crores in road infrastructure, the Adani Group has built over 100 kilometers of highways connecting key districts such as Mancherial, Suryapet, Kodad and Khammam. To support Telangana's rapid infrastructure growth, Adani Cement has invested over 2,000 crores to establish state-of-the-art cement manufacturing facilities at Ganeshpad, Tandur, Devapur with a combined capacity of 7 million tons per annum. In total, the group has so far invested nearly 10,000 crores in the last 3 years in building state infrastructure and manufacturing facilities and has contributed to employment generation of more than 7,000 people. As I close, I would once again like to express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Chief Minister Shri Revanth Reddy ji and the Government of Telangana for the visionary leadership and unwavering support, and we look forward to doing many more projects in the state. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Karan. Very happy to know that you are setting up a large capacity data center which will support our artificial intelligence plans and manufacturing units as well as plans for renewable energy also. As I had mentioned at the beginning, there are two Nobel laureates who are addressing us. We heard a while ago the very inspiring address by Sri Kailash Satyarthi ji. The other Nobel laureate who will address us now is joining us from Massachusetts in Boston, from Cambridge actually, Professor Abhijit Banerjee, Nobel laureate in economics. The other special thing about Professor Abhijit Banerjee is that at the request of Honorable Chief Minister advised us that we should set up a very strong oversight committee and advisory council to guide us in the preparation of our Telangana Rising Vision 2047. And Professor Banerjee chairs the advisory council, which has 16 members. Between today and tomorrow, almost half of them will be present here, speaking in some session or the other. So can we have the message of Professor Abhijit Banerjee, please, now?
Let me start by saying that I'm very sorry not to be with you today. The idea of Telangana Rising is an important one. Important because it holds on to the critical notion that prosperity needs to be shared, that everyone has to be made full participant in the prosperity project of the state. And I think by articulating that so explicitly, Telangana has taken a very important step. That said, I think it's very important also that we don't forget that each of these things, each project of this kind of Telangana Rising ultimately depends on taking the right set of small steps. Every big change is built out of small steps. And I think I like the fact that amidst this grand vision, amidst these thoughts about, prosperity, growth, 3 trillion economy, there is also a very concrete set of thoughts which are about how to get there, such as the thought about ensuring that 80% of the children are able to do math and read at grade level when they're in 3rd grade. This is a very doable goal. It's a very important goal, and it represents a way of thinking that I totally endorse, which is we need to break the whole claim of human liberation, human development into a set of feasible steps. And I think as if we continue in this, I think we will see that there are many other such steps that need to be taken, and each step needs to be tested, thought about, seen in the spirit of being, we have a grand project, but we are willing to be patient and we're willing to do what it takes. So congratulations again, and I hope this is really a launch of a great movement.
Thank you, Professor Banerjee. Thanks for pointing out the importance of small incremental action to reach large, audacious goals. We have a special guest amongst us, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri D.K. Shivkumar Garu. I now kindly request you, sir, to deliver your speech, please.
Good afternoon to all of you. Namaskar. Namaskar. I hope all of you are not sleeping. My Chief Minister is not here. I think he will come within few minutes. Mr. Revanth Reddy Garu. The Honorable Union Minister, Mr. Krishna Reddy, is here on the dais. My colleague, but he is also not here. I don't know where he has gone. All the important tycoons and laureates who are sitting on the dais. My cabinet colleagues from Telangana who are just looking at all of us. My legislators, friends. All the business leaders who have come from all over the country and the world. Ladies and gentlemen. Today, a great event. Telangana government has crossed 2 years mark. On the 2 years mark of this government, Telangana government is moving ahead. I thought that Telangana is competing with Bangalore and Karnataka. I could see that Telangana is not competing with Bangalore. It is competing globally on an international market. Congratulations to Telangana government for this great venture. I think I was told by Bhatti, I was just discussing with Bhatti and Sridhar Babu. After this event, I think lot of discussions is happening. And tomorrow evening you are coming out with a document. How this new city is this. How the 2047 is going to grow up. All this discussion, and I think you are coming out with a great document, I was told. I always tell one thing. I was looking for my Chief Minister. First, I would like to congratulate you for completing 2 years. So I'm here to come here to help my friend, to stand with him, still stronger than earlier. I would like to tell you one thing. Today I was told that you have been discussing a lot of issues today afternoon, and tomorrow you are coming out with a document. Joining together is the beginning. Thinking together is the progress. All of you working together will be the success. I hope this vision document of whatever you are planning for the next generation will take a very big beginning. This is my privilege to stand before you at the Telangana Rising Summit of 2047. You are not looking now. I would like to thank the people of Telangana and all the industries captains who have brought a Congress government back after 10 years and who have imposed confidence on the Congress leadership and Mr. Revanth Reddy and his colleagues. I would like to assure you, all of them will deliver what the global needs, what the country needs, what the people of Telangana needs. And let us all work together. So my friend, as he extended his invitation through Mr. Sridhar Babu, though I had an assembly session in Belgaum, I decided I must come today, strengthen the support. It is not only Telangana, the entire South stands with him for the progress of this country to match the world. Today I am not only here as a Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, but as a proud voice for beating the South. India rises tallest when the South serves. One thing I could see, the vision what you are having, it is a global vision which you are thinking of. I know that Telangana is a small state, not as Bangalore, as Karnataka. In Bangalore, our exports are, IT exports are about 40%, 43% of the India. You may, Telangana may be a little bit less, but the vision what you are thinking is with greater, and all you have to support that. That is why I am genuinely glad here at the Telangana Rising Summit, because when we talk about India's technology story, it is impossible to tell the story without speaking about Bangalore and Hyderabad together. So let us all join together. Now people have tried to frame Bangalore and Hyderabad as the competitors. But truth is more powerful. We are not the competitors. We support each other. We to grow each other and build better India and the entire world. We know that one day I think I met Ratan Tata when I wanted to ask him to request to start for the international airport at Bangalore. He said me one thing, DK, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. So let us all walk together and make these two twin cities to make greater. Today, Southern India is not just about the fifth Indian population. It already contributes 30 to 31% of the national GDP that is projected to rise 40 to 45% of the 2023. Bangalore is also a living testament to the power of vision. If I want to discuss on Bangalore, you feel that I would like to compete. I would like not to discuss much of Bangalore because you know that California has 13 lakh engineers working there. But as far as Bangalore is concerned, we have 25 lakh engineers working at Bangalore. So it is a very great city. So even Telangana, the Hyderabad, has a very big potential. So both of us will work together. This is a city. I want to come out with various statistics what Karnataka and Telangana has. But various leaders, Mr. Sridhar Babu also has explained. But one thing I would like to assure you, a big transparency model has been working out here. You have a great global capacity center as in Bangalore. And as Madam also spoke about the healthcare, let us all work together. Though even Karnataka and Telangana, earlier part of Andhra has very number of talent pool here in every sector, either in the healthcare or education or technology. You have a very good big asset which can be created. The human resources what we have in the southern, the entire world, no other state or the country can compete with India, and we are the setting example for that. So I am very happy. Great leaders from all over the world have come here, imposing confidence on this state, especially on Telangana. Though it is a small state, you have very good, great talent pool here with knowledge power, and the vision of Telangana government, whatever you have. Earlier also 10 years back, under the Congress regime of government, you have given a great vision which has built up, which has marked on the national capital along with us. I would like to assure you, under the leadership of Mr. Revanth Reddy and his team of ministers and the officers, they will work together to see that this Telangana will be a global mark, and we will stand, and Karnataka government also stand supported with them. Let us all work together, make all of you proud. Once again, I would like to thank all the investors who have come here. You should have confidence in us. We will deliver you at your whatever you want. Development is not, I would like to tell you, development is not only a magic. It is a planning, hard work and honesty. And we are committed to this, and my Chief Minister and his team will deliver that. Every project is a beginning for the people. Every decision will make and must help for the next generation. This is not our responsibility. Here we are not here to compete for each other, with the past, but we have to create for the better future. Development is not an idea, it is a mission and a vision, and our government is committed for that. Anyway, I would like to thank all of you for supporting this government. Let us all join once again to make Revanth Reddy and his government strong. Thank you once again. I hope even the central government, the union minister is here. We expect more support to grow better for India's future. Thank you. Namaskar. Once again, let me meet once again to discuss various other issues for the better Telangana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your offer of cooperation between Bangalore and Hyderabad, between Karnataka and Telangana. I now request Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Minister for Finance, Planning and Energy, Government of Telangana, Shri Batti Vikramarka Garu, to kindly deliver his address, please.
Honorable Chief Minister Sri A. Revanth Reddy Garu, Honorable Union Minister for Mines Sri Kishan Reddy Garu, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Karnataka, Sri D.K. Shivakumar Garu, Honorable Minister for Industries, IT and Legislative Affairs, and all other my esteemed cabinet colleagues, Sri Kailash Satyarthi ji, Nobel Laureate for Peace, Sri Abhijit Banerjee ji, Nobel Laureate in Economics, Sri K. Ramakrishna Rao Garu, Chief Secretary Telangana, Sri Jayesh Ranjan Garu, Special CS Speed, Sri Dinesh, Chairman TVS, who has given his address, Sri Karan Adani ji, Srimati Shobana Kamineni ji, Mr. Jeremy Jurgens, Managing Director, World Economic Forum, Mr. Eric Swidler, Director of Trump Media, and all our many distinguished guests. Andarki Namaskaram. Thought leaders of the world who have made the effort to travel here and be present here today, thank you for being here today. In fact, it's not every day that a Deputy Chief Minister walks into a summit where Nobel laureates, global CEOs, and national leaders are all present, and wonders if he should have brought a pen, not a notebook, instead of a speech. Thank you for all over the world, the leaders of various industries coming over here on the request of the Telangana state government. Someone in Telangana, we are known for many things, but above all for how we treat our guests. We are a people who don't just welcome you with a smile, but wait for an excuse to serve you piping hot biryani, kurbani ka meeta, and snacks that linger on your palate and in your memory. That some spirit is what brings us here today. A warm, open invitation to the world to be a part of something big, something bold, something new. Telangana has never lacked ambition, but for too long, what we lacked was an integrated vision, a structured framework that could bind our people's energy and aspiration together. Today, under the leadership of our Chief Minister, Sri Revanth Reddy Garu, and the entire cabinet, unveil that framework, a vision not just for the next year or the next election cycle, but for 2047. This vision rests on our four pillars. First, a leap to a $3 trillion economy, not just as a slogan, but with sector by sector, district by district, strategies to get there. Second, a bold new grammar for spatial planning, cure, pure, and rare. Third, a deep and uncompromising commitment to inclusive growth. Fourth, a fierce and forward-looking embrace of sustainability. Let me touch one each. The $3 trillion economy is not just a number. It is the power to transform Telangana's reality, to fund every school, every innovation, every green initiative that our future demands. It is a bold bet on capital, yes, but also on creativity, capability, and courage. Our spatial vision, the cure, pure, rare model, reimagines how we build and grow. Here, the core urban region economy is Hyderabad at its most dynamic, where artificial intelligence, aerospace, genomics, and the industries of the future thrive. Pure, the peri-urban region economy is the industrial and logistical powerhouse that surrounds it, where goods are made, moved, and scaled. Rare, the rural agriculture regional economy is our farmland, our forests, our green lungs, transformed into engines of agri-entrepreneurship, ecotourism, and carbon stewardship. Together, these three zones stitch together every part of Telangana into a common growth story. Cure innovates, Pure delivers, and Rare sustains. On inclusion, our approach is unambiguous. From Mahila Shakti to Right Bharosa to Young India residential schools, we are not offering charity, we are building quality, equity. This growth will leave no one behind in the society. On sustainability, our goal is clear. Net zero by 2047, and more than that, a state where economy and ecology are not in conflict, but in collaboration. But perhaps what is most important to me personally is how this vision has been built. This was not a document written in a closed room. It has been a participatory, bottom-up process shaped by consultations, by sectoral experts, by feedback from civil society and ordinary citizens. This is Telangana's document, not the government's alone. And it is a living, a dynamic document. We are also exploring new ways to inspire, one of which is symbolically naming roads, infrastructure, and public assets after the institutions and companies that have shaped Telangana's development story. Imagine a young person cycling past Tata Avenue or Google Square and seeing not just a name, but a path, a future they can claim. Let me end with a personal reflection. I have seen the schedule. If I could, I would every single session attend, because from circular economy to green bonds, from affordable housing to frontier tech, every corner of this summit glows with insight. And like I warned you earlier, if you see me in your panel with too many questions, please forgive me. To all our guests, thank you very much for coming all the way. You lend us your presence, your stature, and your confidence. To our youth, this vision is yours more than it is ours. And to all of Telangana, this is not just a blueprint, it is a promise. Jai Telangana and Jai Hind. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, sir, for your valuable words. I am now honored to invite Honorable Union Minister for Coal and Mines and the Member of Parliament from Secunderabad, Shri G. Kishan Reddy Garu, to kindly deliver his address.
Respected Honorable Chief Minister Revanth Reddy Garu, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Sri Batti Vikramarka Garu, Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister Sri D.K. Shivakumar Garu, Honorable Minister for Industries, Telangana Government, Sridhar Babu Garu, and Kailash Satyarthi garu, other esteemed dignitaries on the dais, all the other ministers of Telangana government, MPs, MLAs, MLCs, elected representatives, delegates from across the world, captains of the industry, innovators and entrepreneurs, academicians, experts, all the officers of different departments of Telangana, friends from the media, guests from the India and across the world. As a son of this soil, I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you to Hyderabad for Telangana Raising Global Summit. We meet here in a state that was formed in 2014. In the same year, Sri Narendra Modi assumed office as a Prime Minister of India with a promise of transformation of development. Today, India has emerged a strong nation to become one of the most dynamic economies of the world. Friends, in 1998, former Prime Minister Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji inaugurated high-tech city in Hyderabad for one of the Asia's most dynamic technology innovation. Today, Hyderabad is not just a state capital. It is one of the India's strongest economy pillar. As an innovation corridor that today powers the global digital economy, as a IT hub, as a pharmaceutical capital, emerging as the vaccine capital and a pharmacy of the world. The defense research and manufacturing hub, as an aerospace technology center, key health hub, India, it is therefore our collectivity responsibility to protect and promote the brand image of Hyderabad and build its future. Friends, Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi often talks about his goal of Vikasit Bharat by 2047, a developed India across all sphere of life. A Vikasit Bharat is possible only when all the states play a meaningful role in this transformation journey of development through twin mantras, cooperative federalism and competitive federalism. States must compete to attract industry, talent, startups and global capital. Such a healthy competition raises standards, accelerates reforms and ensure better outcomes for citizens. The results of the approach are visible across every major national indicator. India received US $748 million in foreign direct investment, 143 increase last one decade. This is largely because of reform-oriented policies of union government and the unwavering commitment to reforms, transparency, accountability, corruption-free ecosystem and ease of doing business. Today, the global industry consider India not merely a best destination for investment, but also as the safest nation. Further, exports surged from US $824 billion in 2024-25. 75% of the increase last decade. Under the Make in India, India became the world second largest mobile manufacturer. India defense exports increased 34-fold. India infrastructure extension plan has been remarkable. National highways grow 1,46,206 kilometers. There is a 60% raise last decade. Operational airports more than doubled. Airports in India 160, 74 to 160 last one decade. Railway capital investments increased from 3.6 to 17 lakh crore last one decade. Metro rail network grow 248 kilometers to 1,013 kilometers in 2025, making India the third largest metro network in the globally. In the last decade, over 25 crore of Indian have moved out of the multi-dimensional property. Recently, our capital investments has more than doubled and inflation is under control in India. Friends, the support to Telangana state is a deep, long-term and transformational. More than 1,500 lakh crores we are spending in all over India. 1,50,000 crores we are spending on national highways and logistic corridors in the form of the greenfield highways, upgrades, lane expansions and economic corridors. Investments in development of modern railway network in Telangana worth of 32,000 crores for new lines, doubling and tripling, and existing lines, electrifications, signaling and safety. Friends, 42 railway stations are being modernized with redeveloping across the Telangana, establishing a railway manufacturing unit to build railway rolling stock at Kazipet, Warangal, 17,000 megawatts of capacity, new thermal solar power plant commissioned by NTPC in Ramagundam for 11,000 crore to ensure energy security. In the state and commitment to build an additional 2,400 megawatts of thermal power by NTPC in same Ramagundam. The PM Mitra Mega Textile Park in Warangal with a potential employment of more than 1 lakh, developing Hyderabad Industrial Corridor as a smart integrated industrial city for more than 2,300 crores budget. Several new central institutions, defense organizations, public sector undertakings and research organizations such as AIMS BB Nagar, IIT Hyderabad, Civil Aviation Research Organization, CARO at Hyderabad, National Science City, Central Tribal University, anchored in Telangana. These are national building investments designed to make Telangana an integral pillar of this Indian developed story. Friends, today India stands as a world fourth largest economy in the ready to achieve the third spot. Today, India have a strong security environment and internal stability under able leadership of Sri Narendra Modi ji, Government of India fully committed to working with the Government of Telangana in this developed journey. In this journey towards Vikasit Bharat 2047, we see Telangana play a key role and key pillar. I thank the Government of Telangana for having this one of the future Bharat, future city in the Telangana Raising Global Summit. I am confident that the global goal to outcomes envisaged for the Telangana Raising Global Summit will achieve. I strongly believe that the summit will be send a message to the world that Hyderabad and Telangana develop, then India will also see tremendous rise. With these words, I would like to welcome and all delegates, thank to all the participants of the Telangana Raising Global Summit Thank you once again. Jai Telangana, Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Thank you very much, sir, for gracing this occasion. Before I invite Honorable Chief Minister, sir, I would like to make some important announcement for all the delegates and guests. After the closure of the opening ceremony here, I draw your attention to two other important activities which will be happening for the rest of the day. On the right hand side to this hall are three rooms called Hall 2, 3 and 4. This is Hall 1. As soon as the opening ceremony gets over, we will be having sessions on important themes which have been covered in detail in our vision document. In Hall 1 right here, we will be discussing a very important topic of how Telangana becomes a net zero economy. In Hall 2, we will be discussing green mobility, that is zero emission vehicles. In Hall 3, a very, very important topic of artificial intelligence, frontier technology and semiconductors. And in Hall 4, we will be speaking on how Telangana can develop into a global education hub. All the concerned ministers, special chief secretaries, head of the departments, the entire government machinery related to that sector will be available in those sessions. And of course there will be lots of very eminent speakers. You are free to participate in any of the sessions to your liking. And this is the first round of the sessions. We will have 3 more rounds till 7:30 p.m. So please look out for the program and please participate in as many sessions as you can. I still remember what Honorable Deputy CM of Telangana mentioned, that if it was possible, he would have liked to participate in all the sessions. And that is how they have been designed, with so much of thought and application and richness. And on this side, to the left of where we are, is an amazing exhibition area where more than 25 booths have been set up by government agencies, private parties, and they are showcasing through digital means how Telangana will evolve in the next 22 years. So between the sessions and the exhibition, I hope you will spend your time with lots of patience, forbearance, and you'll have a very, very useful and productive moment. And now it is my honor to request Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, who has guided us at every step in the entire process of developing Telangana Rising Vision Document 2047, to kindly address all of us.
Good afternoon, friends. Long years ago, at midnight on August 15, 1947, when India achieved independence, our founding fathers made a tryst with destiny. When such a great time came to meet promises and build a great country, our leaders decided to constitute an assembly to discuss, to deliberate, to debate the future of India. They drafted a new constitution and decided India would become a sovereign, democratic republic, socialist and secular in nature. Today, when we want to lay a roadmap for our future, we take inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. We are inspired by constitution makers. Our people fought for decades for a separate state of Telangana. In 2014, under the leadership of Srimati Sonia Gandhi, and Prime Minister of Dr. Manmohan Singh, we achieved our dreams. Telangana became India's youngest state. After 10 years, we are now trying to become India's most developed state and one of the best in the world. Following the Indian model of constitution making, we decided to deliberate upon our future. We asked experts to tell us what we can achieve by 2047 when India will celebrate its 100 years of independence. This is how the dream of Telangana Rising 2047 was born. In our Telangana culture, when we wanted to do something great, it is important to take blessings from our gods. Then we asked support of our people who told us their expectations, their dreams. Then we took help from our officers. Then we asked help from experts in central government, then Indian School of Business, and finally Niti Aayog. My thanks to all of them for helping create this vision document. Today, as we begin our global summit, we feel fortunate that leaders from all sectors have come here. Business, corporates, policy, diplomats, government and experts. Today and tomorrow, we will keenly listen to all your ideas and feedback. As you know, Telangana is India's youngest state. It is full of exciting opportunities. Let me share the vision in brief. We want to become a $1 trillion economy by 2034 and a $3 trillion economy by 2047. We comprise around 2.9% of Indian population, but contribute around 5% of national GDP. By 2047, I want to contribute 10% of Indian GDP. Our strategy to make Telangana India's first and only state to be divided into 3 clear zones for service, manufacturing, agriculture. We call it Cure, Pure and Rare. Core urban region economy, that is called Cure. Peri-urban region economy is called Pure. Rural agriculture region economy is called Rare. Let me mention the example of Guangdong province in China. Guangdong's economy is the largest for any province in China. In 20 plus years, they have achieved the highest investments and growth in the world. We want to replicate the same model in Telangana. We wanted to replicate Guangdong model. My state has taken inspiration from China, Japan, Germany, South Korea and Singapore. Now we are getting ready to compete with them. We have also invited them to collaborate, invest and support us in the Telangana rising journey. The vision may look hard, but we can do it. I tell my team, if it is difficult, let us do it immediately. If you think it is impossible, I will give you more time as deadline. Today, I am more confident than yesterday. Yesterday was a dream, a plan. Today, all of you have joined us. I see you as a partners and stakeholders in the journey. With your support, we can achieve all our goals. I want to conclude by saying Telangana rising is unstoppable. Come, join the rise. Thank you. Jai Telangana, Jai Bharat.
We are very grateful to Honorable Chief Minister for laying the vision and the implementation roadmap. As I mentioned earlier, this brings us to an end of this opening plenary ceremony. Please find out details about the sessions. Please enjoy the sessions. Please visit the exhibition, and hope that all of you will continue till the evening, and there is a whole day program for tomorrow as well. Thank you very much. Have a very useful and productive day.
Thanks to one and all.
To join you today at the Global Business Summit, a platform that brings together some of the finest minds shaping the economic and technological future of our world. I extend my warm greetings to all participants who have traveled from different regions and nations to be part of this significant gathering. Viksit Bharat by 2047 and Telangana Rising represent clear and purposeful national and state goals. Today marks a moment when a strong...
Good afternoon, friends. Long years ago, at midnight on August 15, 1947, when India achieved independence, our founding fathers made a tryst with destiny. When such a great time came to meet promises and build a great country, our leaders decided to constitute an assembly to discuss, to deliberate, to debate the future of India. They drafted a new constitution and decided India would become a sovereign, democratic republic, socialist and secular in nature. Today, when we want to lay a roadmap for our future, we take inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. We are inspired by constitution makers. Our people fought for decades for a separate state of Telangana. In 2014, under the leadership of Srimati Sonia Gandhi and Prime Minister of Dr. Manmohan Singh, we achieved our dreams. Telangana became India's youngest state. After 10 years, we are now trying to become India's most developed state and one of the best in the world. Following the Indian model of constitution making, we decided to deliberate upon our future. We asked experts to tell us what we can achieve by 2047, when India will celebrate its 100 years of independence. This is how the dream of Telangana Rising 2047 was born. In our Telangana culture, when we wanted to do something great, it is important to take blessings from our gods. Then we asked support of our people who told us their expectations, their dreams. Then we took help from our officers. Then we asked help from experts in central government. then Indian School of Business, and finally Niti Aayog. My thanks to all of them for helping create this vision document. Today, as we begin our global summit, we feel fortunate that leaders from all sectors have come here. Business, corporates, policy, diplomats, government and experts. Today and tomorrow, we will keenly listen to all your ideas and feedback. As you know, Telangana is India's youngest state. It is full of exciting opportunities. Let me share the vision in brief. We want to become a $1 trillion economy by 2034 and a $3 trillion economy by 2047. We comprise around 2.9% of Indian population, but contribute around 5% of national GDP. By 2047, I want to contribute 10% of Indian GDP. Our strategy to make Telangana India's first and only state to be divided into 3 clear zones for service, manufacturing, agriculture. We call it Cure, Pure and Rare. Core urban region economy, that is called Cure. Peri-urban region economy is called Pure. Rural agriculture region economy is called Rare. Let me mention the example of Guangdong province in China. Guangdong's economy is the largest for any province in China. In 20 plus years, they have achieved the highest investments and growth in the world. We want to replicate the same model in Telangana. We wanted to replicate Guangdong model. My state has taken inspiration from China, Japan, Germany, South Korea and Singapore. Now we are getting ready to compete with them. We have also invited them to collaborate, invest and support us in the Telangana rising journey. The vision may look hard, but we can do it. I tell my team, if it is difficult, let us do it immediately. If you think it is impossible, I will give you more time as deadline. Today, I am more confident than yesterday. Yesterday was a dream, a plan. Today, all of you have joined us. I see you as a partners and stakeholders in the journey. With your support, we can achieve all our goals. I want to conclude by saying Telangana rising is unstoppable. Come, join the rise. Thank you. Jai Telangana, Jai Bharat. Good afternoon, friends. Long years ago, at midnight on August 15, 1947, when India achieved independence, our founding fathers made a tryst with destiny. When such a great time came to meet promises and build a great country, our leaders decided to constitute an assembly to discuss, to deliberate, to debate the future of India. They drafted a new constitution and decided India would become a sovereign, democratic republic, socialist and secular in nature. Today, when we want to lay a roadmap for our future, we take inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. We are inspired by constitution makers. Our people fought for decades for a separate state of Telangana. In 2014, under the leadership of Srimati Sonia Gandhi and Prime Minister of Dr. Manmohan Singh, we achieved our dreams. Telangana became India's youngest state. After 10 years, we are now trying to become India's most developed state and one of the best in the world. Following the Indian model of constitution making, we decided to deliberate upon our future. We asked experts to tell us what we can achieve by 2047, when India will celebrate its 100 years of independence. This is how the dream of Telangana Rising 2047 was born. In our Telangana culture, when we wanted to do something great, it is important to take blessings from our gods. Then we asked support of our people who told us their expectations, their dreams. Then we took help from our officers. Then we asked help from experts in central government, then Indian School of Business, and finally Niti Aayog. My thanks to all of them for helping create this vision document. Today, as we begin our global summit, we feel fortunate that leaders from all sectors have come here. Business, corporates, policy, diplomats, government and experts. Today and tomorrow, we will keenly listen to all your ideas and feedback. As you know, Telangana is India's youngest state. It is full of exciting opportunities. Let me share the vision in brief. We want to become a $1 trillion economy by 2034 and a $3 trillion economy by 2047. We comprise around 2.9% of Indian population, but contribute around 5% of national GDP. By 2047, I want to contribute 10% of Indian GDP. Our strategy to make Telangana India's first and only state to be divided into 3 clear zones for service, manufacturing, agriculture. We call it Cure, Pure and Rare. Core urban region economy, that is called Cure. Peri-urban region economy is called Pure. Rural agriculture region economy is called Rare. Let me mention the example of Guangdong province in China. Guangdong's economy is the largest for any province in China. In 20 plus years, they have achieved the highest investments and growth in the world. We want to replicate the same model in Telangana. We wanted to replicate Guangdong model. My state has taken inspiration from China, Japan, Germany, South Korea and Singapore. Now we are getting ready to compete with them. We have also invited them to collaborate, invest and support us in the Telangana rising journey. The vision may look hard, but we can do it. I tell my team, if it is difficult, let us do it immediately. If you think it is impossible, I will give you more time as deadline. Today, I am more confident than yesterday. Yesterday was a dream, a plan. Today, all of you have joined us. I see you as a partners and stakeholders in the journey. With your support, we can achieve all our goals. I want to conclude by saying Telangana rising is unstoppable. Come, join the rise. Thank you. Jai Telangana, Jai Bharat. Good afternoon, friends. Long years ago, at midnight on August 15, 1947, when India achieved independence, our founding fathers made a tryst with destiny. When such a great time came to meet promises and build a great country, our leaders decided to constitute an assembly to discuss, to deliberate, to debate the future of India. They drafted a new constitution and decided India would become a sovereign, democratic republic, socialist and secular in nature. Today, when we want to lay a roadmap for our future, we take inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. We are inspired by constitution makers. Our people fought for decades for a separate state of Telangana. In 2014, under the leadership of Srimati Sonia Gandhi and Prime Minister of Dr. Manmohan Singh, we achieved our dreams. Telangana became India's youngest state. After 10 years, we are now trying to become India's most developed state and one of the best in the world. Following the Indian model of constitution making, we decided to deliberate upon our future. We asked experts to tell us what we can achieve by 2047, when India will celebrate its 100 years of independence. This is how the dream of Telangana Rising 2047 was born. In our Telangana culture, when we wanted to do something great, it is important to take blessings from our gods. Then we asked support of our people who told us their expectations, their dreams. Then we took help from our officers. Then we asked help from experts in central government, then Indian School of Business, and finally Niti Aayog. My thanks to all of them for helping create this vision document. Today, as we begin our global summit, we feel fortunate that leaders from all sectors have come here. Business, corporates, policy, diplomats, government and experts. Today and tomorrow, we will keenly listen to all your ideas and feedback. As you know, Telangana is India's youngest state. It is full of exciting opportunities. Let me share the vision in brief. We want to become a $1 trillion economy by 2034 and a $3 trillion economy by 2047. We comprise around 2.9% of Indian population, but contribute around 5% of national GDP. By 2047, I want to contribute 10% of Indian GDP. Our strategy to make Telangana India's first and only state to be divided into 3 clear zones for service, manufacturing, agriculture. We call it Cure, Pure and Rare. Core urban region economy, that is called Cure. Peri-urban region economy is called Pure. Rural agriculture region economy is called Rare. Let me mention the example of Guangdong province in China. Guangdong's economy is largest for any province in China. In 20 plus years, they have achieved the highest investments and growth in the world. We want to replicate the same model in Telangana. We wanted to replicate Guangdong model. My state has taken inspiration from China, Japan, Germany, South Korea and Singapore. Now we are getting ready to compete with them. We have also invited them to collaborate, invest and support us in the Telangana rising journey. The vision may look hard, but we can do it. I tell my team, if it is difficult, let us do it immediately. If you think it is impossible, I will give you more time as deadline. Today, I am more confident than yesterday. Yesterday was a dream, a plan. Today, all of you have joined us. I see you as a partners and stakeholders in the journey. With your support, we can achieve all our goals. I want to conclude by saying Telangana rising is unstoppable. Come, join the rise. Thank you. Jai Telangana, Jai Bharat. Good afternoon, friends. Long years ago, at midnight on August 15, 1947, when India achieved independence, our founding fathers made a tryst with destiny. When such a great time came to meet promises and build a great country, our leaders decided to constitute an assembly to discuss, to deliberate, to debate the future of India. They drafted a new constitution and decided India would become a sovereign, democratic republic, socialist and secular in nature. Today, when we want to lay a roadmap for our future, we take inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. We are inspired by constitution makers. Our people fought for decades for a separate state of Telangana. In 2014, under the leadership of Srimati Sonia Gandhi and Prime Minister of Dr. Manmohan Singh, we achieved our dreams. Telangana became India's youngest state. After 10 years, we are now trying to become India's most developed state and one of the best in the world. Following the Indian model of constitution making, we decided to deliberate upon our future. We asked experts to tell us what we can achieve by 2047, when India will celebrate its 100 years of independence. This is how the dream of Telangana Rising 2047 was born. In our Telangana culture, when we wanted to do something great, it is important to take blessings from our gods. Then we asked support of our people who told us their expectations, their dreams. Then we took help from our officers. Then we asked help from experts in central government, then Indian School of Business, and finally Niti Aayog. My thanks to all of them for helping create this vision document. Today, as we begin our global summit, we feel fortunate that leaders from all sectors have come here. Business, corporates, policy, diplomats, government and experts. Today and tomorrow, we will keenly listen to all your ideas and feedback. As you know,
our trailblazers of Telangana who have joined us in this summit today. Firstly, we would like to start with a panel discussion where the theme goes in the just transition into 2047, powering Telangana's future. We will be shortly joined by our Deputy CM, who is going to be the keynote speaker this evening for our panel discussion. There are other panel discussions also going on in several other halls, Hall 2, Hall 3 and Hall 4-2. So please join us. Well, before we actually have our guests on stage, we have a very eminent leader, a very eminent personality, a very promising personality, Professor Raj Kiran Garu, Director, Center for Energy Studies, Administrative Staff College of India, and I request him to please take over the stage.
After a wonderful beginning of Telangana Rising Global Summit, a very warm good afternoon to all of you. Thank you very much for joining. We are now geared up for the first session of this global summit on powering Telangana 2047 energy transition and climate finance. Deputy CM Garu is already here. I request all the panelists to be ready. I invite on behalf of Government of Telangana and Administrative Staff College of India and Swaniti Initiative, we request all the panel members to please join the dais. I request one by one. Srimati Uma Bhattacharya, Trustee, the Swaniti Initiative, I request her to please join us. Mr. Srinivas Kukkadapu, Managing Director, Solar Bull Energy Limited. Mr. Janak Prasad Garu, Chairman, Minimum Wages Advisory Board. Mr. P.M. Prasad, Ex-Chairman, Coal India Limited. I request please P.M. Prasad sir to please join. Now I request Ms. Netra Vadavadkar, Co-Founder and Vice President, Net Zero Energy Transition Association, Netra. Netra is working on various aspects of battery energy storage system and net zero energy transition in India. I request Himanshu Chawla, Head Regulatory Affairs, Power Foundation of India, please join us. I request Mr. Mohammad Saif, Partner Utilities, Ernst & Young, please join. I request Mr. Harish Yarlagadda Garu, Founder and CEO, Mahalakshmi Group, formerly Founder Chairman, Greenco, please join us. I request Mr. Sarit Maheshwari ji, CEO, NTPC Green Energy Limited, NTPC Renewables. I request him to please join us. I request Ajit Pandit ji, co-founder and director, Idam Infrastructure Advisory Private Limited, as a power sector expert in the country. And I request Mr. Jha, Executive Director, Power Finance Corporation, to please join us. All the panelists are there. Now I request our key government officials who are leading the energy transition as well as just transition in the country, in the state. I request Srimati C. Suvarna ma'am, IFS, Principal Chief Conservator, Forest. Request you to please join, ma'am. I request Sri Ahmed Nadeem Garu, IAS, Principal Secretary, Environment and Forest. I request Navin Mittal sir, IAS, Principal Secretary, Energy, Government of Telangana. Now it is time to invite our chief guest today, Honorable Deputy CM Shri Bhatti Vikramarkalu Mallu Garu. Sir, I request you to please join the dais. As today afternoon, we began the journey of Telangana Rising with a global summit today and attracting so much of investment by projecting Telangana, and one of the key factor is the power. We have to be future ready in the power sector with the GSDP rising, the Telangana's contribution and the leadership present here. I think Telangana is geared up for the future, the vision for 2047, and that is the reason we have gathered here to discuss that what will be our future, not only just the generation, but then we have several challenges like the transition, decarbonization, and how we are going forward with the grid stability and grid strengthening with the technology and artificial intelligence integration with the power sector. Today we are all here. Now I request Honorable Deputy CM Garu, Bhatti Vikramarka Mallu Garu, to please, sir, we request you to please guide the gathering and set the tone. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Distinguished guests, respected industry leaders, partners from the financial sector, technology experts, and friends from the global development community. I am delighted to welcome you to this critical conversation on powering Telangana 2047. Telangana's Rising Vision 2047 is anchored in a very clear national duty and a very deep moral belief. Growth must be shared, sustainable and future-proof. Our ambition is to become a $3 trillion economy, contributing nearly 10% of India's GDP by 2047. We intend not only to grow, but to grow with responsibility, inclusively, and in harmony with the planet that our children will inherit. Energy is the beating heart of this vision. It determines industrialization, job creation, agriculture prosperity, mobility, and quality of life. That is why Telangana has placed energy transition and climate action at the very core of its development strategy. We have already taken bold steps toward a cleaner tomorrow, a decisive shift toward 100% clean mobility source. Hyderabad's ambition to host India's largest e-bus fleet by 2030 source, a roadmap to add around 20 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity on top of the existing nearly 11.4 gigawatts source. Friends, alongside this, urban greening, forest expansion, and low carbon industrial growth are no longer ideas. They are active work streams shaping Telangana's future. But let us be honest, our task is large. The power sector shows how much we have achieved and how much lies ahead. Telangana has today ensured round-the-clock supply, more than doubled contracted capacity, and emerged among the leading states in per capita power consumption. Looking forward, power demand could exceed 1.39 lakh megawatts and about 780 terawatt hours by 2047 if we meet our growth and industrialization targets. That scale of demand cannot and will not be met by business as usual. We will need more renewables, more storage, flexible thermal capacity, a stronger transmission backbone, a digital grids, resilient urban distribution system, and a financial ecosystem that can enable all of this. Traditional budgetary support alone cannot carry the ambition. Telangana will actively explore green and sustainability linked bonds, blended finance and multilateral and DFI backed facilities to complement public investment. However, this is a point of concern. A clean transition must also be just a transition. Telangana is a coal producing state, responsible for around 7% of India's coal output. Districts along the Godavari River sustain coal-based power plants, fly ash units, and coal-dependent MSMEs. For these reasons, the energy transition is not an academic idea. It is a lived reality. Therefore, our promise is simple. No worker, no family, and no district will be left behind. Recent district level studies highlight promising diversification pathways. Tourism and ecotourism, food processing and agro-based industries, textiles and solar manufacturing and assembly. These are not emergency substitutions. They are future-ready sectors aligned with local strengths. Our transition will protect livelihoods, build new skills, support MSMEs, and convert coal districts into thriving and resilient green economic hubs. That is the spirit in which today's session is conceived. We are here not merely to describe what the energy transition is, but to shape how to finance it, how to sequence it, and how to make it socially just. In this room, we have the leadership of power utilities, financiers, developers, technology providers, regulators, researchers, and transition practitioners. One actor will not build the future. It will be built by all of us together. I would urge today's discussion to focus on 5 questions. What does a 2047 ready energy system for Telangana look like? Reliable, affordable, decarbonized, and resilient. How do we prioritize the core pillars? Renewables and storage, flexible thermal, grid strengthening, digital distribution, electric mobility, and efficiency. What innovative climate finance instruments can accelerate the transition? How do we embed just transition into sectoral and financial decision making, especially for coal-dependent districts? How do we translate today's ideas into next steps for policy and planning? If we get this right, the prize is enormous. An energy system that safeguards our climate, a power sector that powers industry and agriculture without fatigue, and above all, a transition that lifts people rather than displace them. Telangana's energy story will not be a story of hesitation. It will be a story of courage, planning, investment, collaboration, and compassion. Let us work together, build an emergency architecture worth of a $3 trillion Telangana in 2047. Worthy of the youth who dream here, worthy of the planet that sustains us. Friends, the idea of and the dream of Telangana Rising 2047 with $3 trillion economy is our goal. To reach that $3 trillion economy, we know that what kind of energy and how much we require. Keeping all those things in our mind with a calculation, a proper calculation, the growth rate we have planned in such a way that we will make and will make sure that the production and the supply of power with the green energy to reach to the economy of $3 trillion by 2047. This is our dream, and we have already planned, and we will achieve that also. The only thing that I just wanted to request all of you, please share your ideas, throw your suggestions, and take the partnership in building the state to the dream of making the state of 2047 with $3 trillion economy. That is what we wanted to request all the friends who all have come all over the world. Though it is a very short period, you all made it the dream of Telangana 2047 $3 trillion economy, the beginning by you all joining in this summit. Thank you very much. Jai Telangana.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for setting the tone and giving the vision to all of us to work hard to strengthen the Telangana power sector. In fact, now to attract that much of investment, the power sector should be very strong, the base should be very strong with greening, with the new advanced technology adoption and with finances equally. Sir is having the energy and the finance, and I think under his leadership, Telangana is going to strengthen day by day. So thank you very much, sir. Now I request Naveen Mittal, sir, IAS, Principal Secretary, Energy Department, to moderate the session. Over to you, sir. Just please, I request all of you to please sit and please take your seats for this session. Wonderful session is going to begin. Thank you. I request all the people who are there on the left side of the dais to please sit. Please take your chairs. Please take your chairs. Backside of the hall, I request all of you to please take your chairs. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rajkiran. Honorable Deputy CM, all the fellow panelists on the dais and all the distinguished participants who are present here. This is a very interesting session because we are not just talking about powering Telangana 2047 in line with the $3 trillion vision, but also to ensure that this transformation is sustainable and just. And as Honorable Deputy CM has said, that we take into account the future of our next generation also in terms of environment as well as climate while we are doing this transition. We have a very rich panel here in terms of experience as well as the kind of work which each one of them has done. And I'm sure that we will have answers to a lot of our questions which we are going to have in answering the topic which we are discussing now. I'll start with Mr. Ajit Pandit. Mr. Pandit is the co-founder and director of Theertham Infrastructure Advisory Private Limited, and he has a very rich experience in terms of not just power but also energy transition. So my question to you is, Honorable Deputy CM has spoken about 1.39 gigawatt of 139 gigawatt of power by 2047. Right now our peak demand is only about 17.6, but we are looking at about an 8-fold increase in power requirement. Though in economic terms we are growing about 15 times, but in energy transition terms we are saying we are targeting about 8 times because of lower energy GDP intensity. What do you think this energy mix is going to be in terms of renewables, in terms of generation mix to achieve this goal?
Am I audible? Yeah. First of all, sir, thank you for your question. And at the outset, let me thank Deputy CM sir and Government of Telangana for giving me this opportunity for this interaction. To your question, sir, first and foremost, I think I had come across, I've been working in this space for more than close to 3 decades. We have been discussing about many studies of energy mix that will come about. But Telangana is the only state who is talking about 2047 at the state level what would be the energy mix. We have seen the studies for resource adequacy, IRP, talking about 2030 or 2035. But 2047, that leap of faith of 22 years and kind of a rollout that we talked about in the morning, it's stupendous. And in my mind, sir, there are, for the mix of this, there are 4 Ds is something that we need to be carefully looking at. For this development agenda, there are 4 pillars. First D is about decarbonization for the mix that we are talking about. So what kind of a energy grid would be decarbonized by 2047 that we are talking about? At least for a wind, solar, ESS and all that you had actually charted out in your policy document it's a 10-year policy document, probably need to have a 22-year policy document with the separate segmentation going forward. So that decarbonization would throw up another challenges in terms of flexibility requirement. And we need to work extensively on the flexibility because it's going to throw up kind of a uncertainty, variability as well as the ramp requirement. So we need to work closely on that. Transmission is another element that we need to work on in terms of working closely with the interstate grid as well as development of a transmission evacuation infrastructure within the state. So that's the first D on the decarbonization that we need to look at. The second D that I'm talking about is about in terms of the complete democratization of the renewable energy. We are going to actually have a plethora of distributed renewable and DRE going to come into the grid to make it facilitate to get integrated into the grid. You are already targeting in your 2035 scenario about 8 gigawatts of DRE, but 2047 will see a huge amount of DRE from rooftop, the PM Kusum or PM Surya Ghar and various other schemes that state themselves want to take up. So DRE is something that we need to carefully look at. Deputy CM sir did talk about digitalization. That's a third D. That we need to extensively work on digitalization. We have been studying the UK market extensively, and in the UK, the way they looked at today there is no, practically coal is completely phased out, and they had looked at the DRE in a big way. There is more than 300 generators and 1 million assets of distributed renewable which are already operating in the UK market. We need to study and learn from those lessons, and which will help Telangana in a big way. And then the fourth D, and that's the last point that I have, is about demand flexibility and demand side management. That's something that we need to really look at and start harnessing flexibility. That will help us to meet the kind of a variable renewable that we are trying to integrate into the grid. That's a quick short answer. Maybe I can come back here.
Thank you, Mr. Pandit. I think that's a very interesting perspective on having those 4 Ds talk about the various aspects of this huge transition what we are planning. My next question would be to Mr. Sarit Maheshwari. Mr. Maheshwari is the CEO of NTPC Green.
Sir.
So you basically are heading a vertical which is basically about renewables. Now, Mr. Pandit talked about the share of renewables in that. What do you think is going to be the overall share of renewables in this goal which we are having, and what are the factors we need to keep in mind to achieve those renewable share into this whole journey which we are having?
Thank you very much, sir, for giving me the opportunity at this esteemed panel to talk about the renewables. At the outset, sir, let me tell you that currently the pace at which we are setting up the renewables in the country is unprecedented. So the only immediate challenge that we are facing is with respect to the grid, the resilience of the grid to take hold of the renewables. And perhaps that answers your question that what would be the percentage of renewables that can be there in the grid. Today, if the grid is able to handle the entire renewables, nothing like it. However, because of the demand pattern is such that it would definitely require an element of storage. And therefore, sir, in order that we have a significant amount of RE into the grid, and moving away from coal to a larger extent would entirely depend on the pace at which we can set up the batteries. And it is a very opportune time for the country. I would say that the battery prices in the last few years have now plummeted almost 90% to what they were before, which gives us a very, very good impetus to have batteries as a storage. And Telangana NGEL or NTPC Green is the largest supplier of green energy to Telangana, sir. And we would be very, very keen to set up more projects now in Telangana. So far we have been supplying from the projects from outside. Recently we are in an advanced discussion with SCCL to have a JV with Telangana, where we will be setting up our own power plants. We intend to put up batteries on a large scale over here, which would act as a storage. Telangana is also very, very rich in PSP projects. We would also love to collaborate and go in for PSP, sir. So to sum up, sir, the exact mix would require some element of thinking and some element of planning, but I am very much sure that we can easily go to 2047 is a very, very wonderful and a very ambitious target to go more than 70% renewables would be my guess, sir.
Right, thank you. Next question would be to Mr. Harish Yarlagadda. So Mrs. Yarlagadda is the founder and CEO of Mahalakshmi Group. In fact, he is also been the founder chairman of Greenco also. And Harishji, you talk about this energy trilemma. I've heard you speaking. So can you explain this whole concept of energy trilemma?
Thank you very much, Naveen Mittal sir. My respects to our Deputy Chief Minister Batti Garu, and also our Honorable Ministers Uttam Kumar Reddy Garu and Vivek Garu, who are here attending this session. Thank you, sir, for asking me that question, because that is my favorite subject. Before I get into that, sir, if you permit me, I would request all the delegates to, when you get into the car, before you get into the car, take some selfies of the place here. By 2047, this will be better than Hyderabad. And you can show it to your grandchildren what this place was now, when it is going to be different, completely different in 2047. Don't miss this opportunity. So when you go and get into the car, please take a selfie of this area. It's barren now. So sir, human beings are responsible for the next mass extinction. It's called Anthropocene epoch. Anthropocene is human-induced epoch. So till 1950, we were only considered about energy dilemma. So we wanted to have cheap power and reliable power. But today, we have seen what is happening. We are nearly reaching about more than 420 ppm of carbon in the atmosphere, which is not good, and we are heading towards the mass extinction. So it has become energy trilemma. So we need cheap power, reliable power, and sustainable power. So like NTPC was mentioning, we can have this solar power, for example. If you take it is cheap, it is sustainable, but it is not reliable because the PLF is only around 20-22%. So you need to have battery storage. And if you want to have battery storage, you can't depend upon, lithium ion all the time, because it's controlled by some other country. So maybe we have to do research on flow batteries, on sodium ion batteries, and so on and so forth. Like that, there are huge opportunities, billions of dollars of opportunities in this energy trilemma. So we have to look into that, and that is going to really help us in building the economy to a 3 trillion economy in Telangana. And also, if you see, there is a staggering 1 lakh megawatts of power required to achieve this 3 lakh, and most of it is going to be non-conventional. So the PLF will be lower. So you need at least 2 to 3 lakh megawatts of installed capacity by 2047, and that is where that staggering figures itself will show how much opportunity is there in achieving the energy trilemma. Similarly, there are 3 or 4 business opportunities for us. One is the India energy stack, like the UPI. The government of India is thinking of India energy stack, where the Florence School of Regulation is helping, and the lady who is in charge of that is from Hyderabad, sir. Sweta Ravi. So we should take that, and tomorrow what will happen is, once this India energy stack comes in, like UPI, every person will have a code. So every household also will have a number, and in Telangana, I am assuring you, with all the policies coming out by the government of Telangana, there will not be only consumer, there will be a consumer and a producer. The new English word that Telangana will coin soon will be the prosumer, producer and consumer. So there will be a lot of prosumers with the UTI number. And also Telangana, sir, we have to get into Bio 2X. So we have to install a lot of bio refineries where, for example, from the agriculture products like lignin, you can produce benzene. So the long chain carbons are going to dictate in future. Telangana should be the leader in the Bio 2X, in the biorefineries. And of course, SMR, small modular reactors, and so on and so forth. The last point that I wanted to tell is that there are some YPOs and CIIs here. There is 30,000 crores of CSR money, and that should go for the just transition. Because there is a lot of just transition. We discussed this, sir, once before. 30,000 crores లో నుంచి మనం చూస్తే మన రాష్ట్రంలో దరిదాపు ఒక 5-6 వేల కోట్లు సంవత్సరానికి సిఎస్ఆర్ మనీ వెళ్తుంది. దాన్ని మనం యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలి. Probably most of the money should not go for just, some of the things which are not sustainable. So, ఈ just transition కు వాడితే మనం చాలా బాగుంటుంది అది. So, kindly I would request the government of Telangana to look into it. Finally, sir, we prepared a document which, if you permit me, I would like to present it to you and to the secretary just now. Thank you, sir.
So that was a very interesting perspective. I think you coined two new words. One is the energy trilemma and the other is the prosumer. I now move on to Ms. Netra Wakwakekar, and she's the co-founder and vice president of Net Zero Energy Transition Association, which is Netra. So Ms. Netra, I think the organization is basically the acronym for your name. And you've done a lot of work in net zero transition. So Telangana has set up a very, very ambitious goal of being net zero by 2047. India as a country, under our Paris climate goals, under our indices for achieving Paris climate goals, we are saying India will achieve that in 2070. But Telangana is saying we'll achieve by 2047. So we are literally halving the number of years in which we are planning to achieve that. How difficult do you think it is going to be, and what do we have to keep in mind to achieve this?
Sure. Is it working? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Namaskaram, and first of all, congratulations to State of Telangana for this initiative and so much aspirant goal. So Net Zero Energy Transition Association is again the platform where we bring lot of stakeholders on this platform for collaborate. When we talk about Net Zero Energy Transition goal, so it is about a holistic approach that one should take as a state, as a nation. We talk about addition of solar, wind, and already earlier speakers have talked about the flexibility. So when we look at the entire picture, it has to be a system approach. So far in India, so much solar and wind has already got added. Similarly, in state of Telangana, similar things will happen. But when you add more and more renewables, you have to be very careful about the grid's health and how exactly this grid is going to behave. So how the energy storage technologies, and we have to be a technology neutral again. So it is not like about just a lithium ion or sodium ion or pumped hydro. So we have to match the what kind of application is suitable for what kind of technology, and again the timeline, that what timeline the new technology is coming. So it is about the accelerating the transition, and it will not happen if everyone works on the silos. We have to work collaboratively, learn from each other. It is not like Telangana is looking at its own picture, but Telangana can learn from other states. I'll also talk from the industry perspective. It is not like whenever somebody is going ahead with the project, it is not like always lowest price is the best price, because that is something we have to understand, that we have to keep the certain standards and safety standards, implementation standards in place, so that the right projects will come into picture which are sustainable long term. The other thing is about investment. So investors are looking at India, investors are looking at Telangana as a state. So we have to have a right frameworks at place. Investors should feel the confidence and the transparency in what is going to happen, so that they feel more and more confident in investing. So many things, so many dots needs to be checked. So it is not an easy path, and I would say that aspiration is one thing. We can talk about net zero by 2047, but we have to also look at the near term goals and make sure that we reach that by 2030, where we are reaching by 2035. So 2047 is nice, but it is good to prepare for the 2030, 35 step by step. Those are my submissions.
I think that's a very important point you've made. Not just have the long-term goal of 47, but also make it more granular in terms of, let's say, every 5-year goal, where we should be, and then that becomes a metric for us to benchmark ourselves as to whether we are achieving the right progress or not. So thank you for your perspective. I now move on to Mr. Himanshu Chawla, who's the head of Power Foundation of India. So Mr. Chawla, Ms. Netra talked about this whole financing requirement to have this energy goals and net zero goal which we are having. What do you think are the available financing opportunities for us to be able to make use of?
First of all, congratulations to the government of Telangana for organizing this event, and thanks to Honorable Deputy CM sir. Before coming on to the financing aspects, one of the major, we can say as the backbone of the entire power sector is the regulatory framework. So having spent around 2 decades in a regulatory commission, in a state electricity regulatory commission, the tariff, the principles, they decide what revenue streams will flow into the whole system. As far as the DISCOMs are concerned, so we have been seeing the AT&C losses have improved, but the financial losses of the DISCOMs have been increasing. So in order to make this whole system viable, in the sense what has been told as energy trilemma, which is the affordable, sustainable and reliable power, the regulatory systems need to be streamlined. So as far as the financing options are concerned for the energy transition, both public finance and private finances are equally important in meeting such energy transition. Because not only it's energy transition, but over a couple of years, maybe in a decade or so, the 3 types of loads will pick up quite in an enormous way, which we take it as AC, DC and EV, which is the cooling load, data centers and the electric vehicles. So in order to meet that load, we need huge infrastructure, and for creating that infrastructure, we need finances. So in this global summit, I think the main agenda of this one is to have flow of foreign investors into the state of Telangana also. So in this whole ambit of regulatory environment, state government, independent developers, all these players can play a major role in achieving the vision which has been formulated here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Himanshu. We also have the MD of Solar Bull Energy Limited, Mr. K. Srinivas with us. Mr. Srinivas, most of the panelists have talked about this huge share of renewables in the energy mix which we are going to have in the future. we've also talked about the distributed RE. In fact, Telangana itself has set up a very ambitious goal of having solar rooftop on every Gru Jyoti beneficiary in the state. That is the beneficiary who's getting 200 units of power free right now due to the government program. So the idea is to convert every such house into a rooftop solar generation system, and as Harish ji said, he becomes not a consumer but a prosumer. He produces and also consumes that energy. And also parallelly, we also set a target of converting all our agricultural pump sets also into solar pump sets, because that really aligns with the requirement in the farm sector. How difficult do you think is achievement of both these goals in our journey towards this?
Thank you, sir. Thanks for this question. And in fact, distributed energy (DRE) forms an integral part and important part of the solar journey. In fact, Telangana had been the forerunner in distributed energy, while the country had gone for solar parks expansion in a large scale, whereas Telangana had adopted a unique method of distributed energy. The 3000 megawatt what we have today is distributed energy with little burden on the distribution network, which means lesser losses. So I really believe that what the Telangana government intends to do in terms of promoting distributed energy, rooftop solar, particularly in the lower income strata groups, and incentivizing those will certainly go a long way in strengthening the grid infrastructure. In fact, that will reduce the burden on the storage, which is essential for grid stability. The second part is also the PM Kusum scheme, which is one of the scheme to promote the solar pumps, agricultural pumps promotion. Currently we have a part of the capacity under implementation, and I think that is coming into shape right now, and a lot of farmers are looking forward to more support from the government. I think going forward by 2047, I see a mix of about 5 gigawatt of rooftop solar and 5 gigawatt of PM Kusum should be part of the overall 70 gigawatt mix. And I think with the state government's promotion, in addition to the central government promotion, would help a lot of push to this subject, sir.
So,
microgrids.
Yeah, interesting perspective, Mr. Srinivas. After talking in detail about renewables, I think we go to our traditional sector, which is the coal sector. So we have Mr. PM Prasad, who was the chairman of Coal India. Mr. Prasad, you worked in the coal sector your entire life, and we are now talking about net zero and also a huge mix of renewables in our entire energy. Where do you think we are moving? I mean, in the direction of the thermal plants, new plants coming up, or how do you think the coal sector is going to be in next decade or two?
Respected Honorable Deputy CM Saab, respected Navin Mittal Saab, and thank you for providing me an opportunity to come and participate in Telangana Rising Global Summit. We have to understand, first of all, in Paris Agreement 2015, just transition word has coined worldwide, but European countries and maybe USA, other developed countries have started almost 20 years back. If, for example, German, there is a Ruhr coalfield is there, coalfield Ruhr. German at that time, 15 years back, the workers' population is around 2 lakhs. Now the workman population is 30,000. In 20 years, they could cut down. So this is a very tight target Telangana has taken, and a wonderful objective by 2047, phasing down. Definitely coal perspective, renewables are coming. One of the goal by having 40% connective renewable capacity we already achieved, as the Honorable PM says, and now 50% target of non-fossil fuel or renewable, but coal, because of this base load requirement, it is going to stay in the next 2 to 3 decades. It may, the percentage from 50% may go down by 2047, maybe 30%. Now the coal sector's responsibility, or coal ministry, or even Singareni's CMD, he is here, or former CMD Secretary Sidhar Saab is here. Our job is to cut down the emissions from coal, like by going to this first mile connectivities. We have almost stopped 60% blasting in coal by blast-free technology. Similarly, for overburden also blast-free. By first mile connected coal handling plants, we have to reduce the dumpers lead, and if you can reduce, recently in Pakri Barwadi, NTPC, Mr. Maheshwari is there, 150 vehicles are plying. With digital, by engaging Ola Uber in the mine, where 150 vehicles can be brought down to 40. Ola Uber in the only mine network. Everyone doesn't need, only manager, GM need a full-time vehicle. We can cut down 100 vehicles there. So each mining practice, unit of operations, maybe drilling, blasting, with digitization, we can cut down number of holes drilled, blasting amount we can save, haul roads, diesel emissions. We have seen from NIRI studies, once we have developed this coal handling plant and first mile connectivity, even Singareni also these track lines have taken, railway lines have brought to nearer to the mines. So huge saving in diesel, dust emissions. So certain good unit operations we have to take. We have to become 10% GDP in the entire by 2047. So coal you cannot wish away. In next 10 years, Singareni cannot be stopped. Already Singareni is doing diversification like solar, pump storage, even green hydrogen, and Singareni going to other minerals. Recent auctions taken one mine in Karnataka. Similarly, as a country as a whole, the policy we have to reduce the emissions and we have to participate responsibly and sustainably. With that, coal will be there for a few more decades. Maybe not by 2047, it may up to 60. But diversification is also going, and since we are having abundant reserves, we cannot copy European model or developed countries model. We don't have petroleum and natural gas also. In Argentina and Chile, they are not touching even coal because they are having shale gas. So we cannot compare with them. So coal we have to do responsible mining, and we have to plan this diversification, and net zero for getting this, we need $3 trillion even to convert this just transition. Just transition need huge funds. Here to Navin Mittal sir's attention, district mineral fund is there, every district. We cannot use it for other purposes. We can increase that quota. Similarly, we can increase escrow funds. This 9 lakhs per hectare can be 25-30 lakhs. Then this Mancherial and other 2 districts, the goal set, we can have reskilling and other things, tourism and other things we can develop before wishing away coal. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so I think your message is coal plants will be there, but the share will come down, but there will be a lot of efficiency required in managing the whole thermal and coal sector. Mr. PM Prasad is Mr. Janak Prasad is the chairman of Minimum Wages Advisory Board. So, Mr. Prasad, you come from the coal belt area.
Yes, sir.
And you've done a lot of work for labor welfare. What labor and social welfare protection we need to have in the coal mining areas, basically to ensure that this transition is just?
Respected Deputy Chief Minister, Energy Minister and Coal Minister, Bathukamma garu, Navin Mittal garu, all the dignitaries participated in the debate. First of all, Singareni Collieries is the first government company in India. Recent past, up to 19th and 20th centuries, we are depending upon steam and coal. After that, we have transmitted to electricity and other activities. what is happening as far as transition is concerned. There are number of families dependent upon one sector. If we transit, there will be a lot of problems from the people who are dependent on them. For that, because the finance and energy is with our Deputy Chief Minister, we have to think of it. If we transit from one sector to other sector, whatever the people are going for that, we have to show the responsible job. Otherwise, it will be a rebellion. You might be seeing in what is happening in other countries like Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, like that. Because our Deputy Chief Minister has vast knowledge and foresight, he might be knowing if transition is going on up to 47 for sustainable of Telangana state. Meantime, we have to give some training to the displaced people. We have to modernize them. Another thing, whatever they destroyed, the developed countries done, they have enough done. Now they are preaching lessons to the developing countries. Now they are there. Another thing, most of the coal is being produced and power is produced by government. Recently, when private players entered into power, one very important FGD is to be introduced in power plants. And it is a mandatory. But unfortunately, when they have entered, the clause was removed. So that what will be the ecological balance? What will the climate change? It will affect on the agriculture also. Indiscriminately, we are advancement is there. Industries are going. Day by day, agriculture is coming down. For that only, we have to, all the industrial development depends upon agriculture also. Sugar industry, jute industry, cotton industry. We have to depend upon agriculture. We have to simultaneously develop agriculture also. So many people will be employed. Another thing, as far as Singareni College is concerned, our Deputy CM has taken the charge of coal and energy. Lot of welfare ministries are organized. Another thing, whatever the DMFT and CSR funds we are giving, somebody told, that has to be spent for skill development, encouraging the students, and we have to taking pressure from budget or investment from outside. They are in rural area. As far as I know, number of persons are prepared to invest for industries. We have to conduct plans. Otherwise, it is very difficult. In the rural area, if we conduct that type of sessions, it will be helpful for that. Because not only a lot of money is there in areas, they don't know how to invest, what will the position, how to prepare project report, they do not know. Another thing, sir. As far as Singareni College is also, some advancement is to be taken place, sir. Day by day, mines are residing. After receiving of the mines, there will be a lot of problem. For that also alternative. Recently, what our Deputy CM told, the diversification from coal to other sectors, critical minerals, and solar energy. By that, there will be a possibility of emission remission. That will be very important. Another thing, day by day in global heat, 1.5 Celsius degrees of heat is generating. So that a day will come, totally the ecological balance difference depend upon climate. Then there is shortage of food grains. Then there will be a lot of problem. Up to 47, I know that our people are that far-sighted. Certainly they will take care of it and they will sustain. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Uma Bhattacharya. So she's the trustee of Swaniti initiative, which basically works for bringing public services to the marginalized and socially inaccessible areas. So, Ms. Bhattacharya, what do you think is the need for a governance or a coordination mechanism to ensure that just transition is built into the energy and economic policy of the state?
Firstly, thank you so much for having Swaniti here. Thank you so much, Deputy Chief Minister, sir. So, what we feel after having studied for 2 years in Mancherial and Peddapalli, these two coal mining districts, we have studied very intensely with the workers and the household, the MSMEs, and what we realized that you need to have a task force, because coordination between every department is very necessary at this point of time to ensure that what you are planning, and we have made a 10-year plan also, that what you are planning in this just transition among the people, this should be fruitful only if all the departments are coordinated properly and it goes down to the people. It is conveyed to the community that this is what is coming up, because the community is very willing to take it. But then it is our responsibility, it is like-minded other organizations' responsibility to support the government in ensuring that it reaches the people and to tell the people that the government is doing this for you. So this is very important at this point of time, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We also have Swarna Madam with us. She's the Principal Chief Conservator of Forest of Telangana. So ma'am, can you explain the role which Forest Department is going to play in this net zero transition which we are aiming till 2047?
Thank you, Naveen and Honorable Deputy CM Saab and everyone present here. We have been talking about development, what will be there in 2030, in 2039 and 2047. Lot of development is being envisaged, but then how this development is going to happen, at what cost, and then to what kind of ameliorative measures we need to take up to sustain this kind of fast development. This is what we need to look into. Most of the coal blocks in the country, even in Telangana, locate underneath the forest area, which is because since ages the coal has been there, forests led to that, and we need lot of forest land diversion for laying forest roads, telecommunication lines, irrigation projects, electricity lines, power projects. We need land outside as well as inside the forest areas. So when a part of the land is diverted toward this kind of projects, then how we are going to compensate that? This is what we kept in mind while writing our vision. I mean, from the Forest Department side, we wanted that to be incorporated in the vision document. That's what you can see now. Within the forest areas, what should be done, what measures we are already taking up, and how we are going to sustain that. We have few schemes like CAMPA. We also have constituted a fund like a Green Fund, Telangana Green Fund. We are going to get funds from JICA, or different kinds of sources we are going to get the funds. And then where to do what activities. That's the point here. Degraded forest lands are there. Could be due to ecological succession or biological pressure, human intervention or human interference. All this we have to take in count, and then we have a network, 7,200 square kilometers of protected area network, which includes 3 national parks, sanctuaries and 2 tiger reserves. Have to protect them. Lot of human interface is happening now. Man-animal conflicts are arising. Have to handle that. So everything is thought about, and then have we to confine this afforestation measures to only the reserve forest areas which are under the control of the Forest Department? No, we have to go beyond. Forestry is beyond Forest Department's conventional measure. We have to involve everyone, every stakeholder, all other line departments, government departments, all other public, then other stakeholders who are involved in this. We need to, go for PPP, already we started. We have to go for CSR, and Mr. Harish, we have been on a national level discussion forum like how to bring in more CSR to forestry sector, biodiversity sector, because mostly it goes toward health, education and other sectors. How we can bring that to this sector? And we have urban forest parks now. Like Hyderabad is expanding beyond its limits, and all the forest blocks, reserve forest blocks, now they are becoming part of this urban conglomerate. And we need to protect them, we need to use them for various uses, and we also have to create green lung spaces for such expanding city, which is going to be #1 in the country, and maybe it is one of the top 10 mega cities across the globe. And then rural areas. Have we to confine to only this? Municipalities have to be engaged, GHMC, HMDA, but apart from this, what? Then we have to involve every citizen. If they fell trees, they have to compensate. Could be outside forest areas only, but they need to, and we have to implement this mechanism strictly. And in rural areas, of course, gram panchayats, local administration, village administration, we need to involve. And apart from this, education, climate literacy, environmental education, we need to involve NGOs, and we have the plans for all this. Wildlife, forestry, urban forestry, all aspects are covered. Apart from this, ecotourism is another area which we have been focusing on, where you have good, beautiful forest areas, but they don't have access to general public because of the various reasons. That's where we need to identify, and it could be nature trails, it could be a safari ride, it could be in some other thing in some other fashion, but giving an interface so that public representatives can appreciate what the forest can offer. Because most of us see from roadside, or little bit inside, but there are beautiful locations in Telangana. We have wonderful wildlife, and it's our job to protect this, expand our domain. It should not be confined to forest department alone. We need to involve everybody, then only the sustainability will happen, and the sustainable development is the mantra, which is development not at the cost of natural resources which we are already having, but this will be used to enhance whatever investments come in to that would come to the state. Part of it should go toward this sustainable development. This is what we are thinking about, and we have planned, and we try to incorporate as much as possible on a broader level. Thank you.
Thank you. So forest is a real integral part of this net zero transition journey. We also have Mr. Ahmed Nadeem, who is the Principal Secretary of Environment, Forest, Science and Technology. So Nadeem, what is the work which your department is going to do, both in the environmental side as well as the forest side, to have this net zero goal?
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, Honorable Deputy CM Gariki, the moderator and my senior colleague, Naveen Garu, all the distinguished panelists here. So we heard the speakers speak about what development activities are going to take place to take Telangana into 2047. The Honorable Deputy CM also in his address mentioned about that the development is not going to be just mindless development, but it will be an inclusive, just human development. So we are very conscious of this effort, and we also know the role the forest plays as a natural carbon sink. Forest and the green cover, if we see as of now, the forest has about 19% cover of the total area of Telangana. Total area of Telangana being about 1,12,000. of which 19% presently is covered by forest. Similarly, outside the forest also, we have some green cover in the form of trees, etc., which is another 3%. So all put together, about 22% of the current area presently is the total green cover of Telangana. This we will raise to 33%. By 2047, we will raise this green cover. Green cover means forest cover plus outside forest green cover. So this will be raised from 22%, which is currently there, to 33% by 2047. And to achieve this, we will plant about 2.5 billion trees, which is 250 crores in the next 22 years. As a result of which, the green cover which will be there, it will act as a natural carbon sink. And as per the estimates by the experts, it will account for about 986 million tons of equivalent of carbon dioxide which is emitted. So it will play a very significant role in acting as a natural carbon sink and to mitigate the impact of the climate change which is caused by the various development activities such as data centers and etc., which we know it produces lot of heat. Similarly, it will also provide green jobs to the local communities, thus not only as a natural carbon sink, but it also provides the green jobs. In addition to this, we will also create wealth from waste. That is, we will bring this concept of circular economy into full fruition. It will be a civic practice-based system of waste removal. Telangana will innovate and it will create waste. It will turn the waste into wealth. It will lead to a sustainable industry and it will a regenerative economy. It will be a climate positive economy by 2047 with nearly complete segregation, about 98% recovery from the waste, will harvest and then reuse it. A zero untreated effluent will be released and methane neutral solid waste management system. So this will go a long way in not only making all the cities cleaner, but also Telangana a leader in achieving a sustainable industrial development aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals 2030 of the United Nations.
Thank you, Nadeem. That's a very interesting perspective on circular economy and using forests as a carbon sink. Finally, I would give a minute to Mr. Mohammed Saif, who's from Ernst & Young. Mohammed, you've heard all the panelists talk about various aspects of this net zero journey. What do you think are the key focus areas we have to focus on in the next 3 to 5 years to be on target of this goal?
Sir, thank you very much, first of all, to you and Deputy CM, sir, for having me on the stage. Sir, we have seen the perspective from both the demand as well as the supply side. What, if you ask me, top 2 agenda items from my side would be to have a very clear decarbonization roadmap for the state that would identify almost every sector, so that going forward, what would each sector need to do to move towards that decarbonization journey. That is one. The second thing is, when you move towards decarbonization or net zero, you require a decent amount of capital. Now, one option, a plain option, is that the government puts everything in itself. But there are ways where we can also see and come out with an agenda of monetizing the existing assets that are there with various departments and using that money to fund the decarbonization activities and become more self-reliant. I think I'll close with this.
Thank you, Saif. I think we've had a very enriching discussion. I would say the key takeaways are that Telangana's net zero goal of 2047, though it is ambitious, but it is achievable. There are a series of things we need to do to achieve that. And we also need to have granular targets over every 5-year period to be on course of this journey. Our energy mix is going to be about 139 gigawatts, 780 terawatt hours, and a major portion of this, upward of about 70-80%, is going to be renewables. Now, a major component of this also has to be the distributed renewables, because that's where the prosumers come in. And we need to have a focus not just on the affordability and reliability of energy systems, but also sustainability. Coal plants are here to stay for next 2 decades, but the share of thermal energy will come down. And for that, we need to have a focus on our coal generating districts, especially the people there, so that we also target alternative areas to focus on, to ensure that the economic progress in these districts is also commensurate with the journey of the rest of the state. We also need to have in mind the sectors which depend on the sections which depend on the coal generation projects. Swanati is doing a lot of work in that. Forest is going to play a very, very important and integral role in this journey. Forest will act as carbon sinks, which is very important, because though the renewable sector may be net zero, but the share of the manufacturing sector as well as thermal sector, you need to have some kind of a carbon capture, utilization, carbon capture, storage and utilization. And there is nothing better than having forest as a carbon sink. So I think there are great takeaways from this panel discussion. We end here. I request our Honorable Deputy CM to hand over mementos to the panelists as a token of our gratitude for participating in this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now I request our Deputy CM, Bhatti Vikramarka sir, to felicitate our panelists on stage. We'll start with Mr. Ajit Pandit Garu, co-founder director of DAM Infrastructure. Mr. Ajit Pandit Garu. Sri Janak Prasad Garu, chairman, minimum wages advisor, Government of Telangana. Sri Janak Prasad Garu, Chairman, Minimum Wage Advisor, Government of Telangana. Mr. Sarit Maheshwari, CEO, NTPC Green. Sri Srinivas Kokkadapu, MD Solar Bull Energy. Sri Harish Yarlagada Garu, founder, CEO, Mahalakshmi Group, former founder, chairman, Greenco. Professor Raj Kiran Garu. A big round of applause for Mr. Raj Kiran for hosting this beautiful panel discussion. Netra Walwalkarji, co-founder, VP Net Zero Energy. Srimati Uma Bhattacharya, trustee, Swaniti Initiative. Sri P.M. Prasad Garu, ex-chairman, Coal International Limited. Sri Himanshu Chawla. Mr. Mohammad Saif. Srimati Parminder Chopra. Sri Naveen Mittalji. Shri Ahmed Nadeem Garu, Srimati C. Suvarna Garu. may I also request Hashki and Swaniti team to please step up, join us on stage for a group picture.
And low carbon industrial growth are no longer ideas. They are active work streams shaping Telangana's future. But let us be honest, our task is large. The power sector shows how much we have achieved and how much lies ahead. Telangana has today ensured round-the-clock supply, more than doubled contracted capacity, and emerged among the leading states in per capita power consumption. Looking forward, power demand could exceed 1.39 lakh megawatts and about 780 terawatt hours by 2047 if we meet our growth and industrialization targets. That scale of demand cannot and will not be met by business as usual. We will need more renewables